Welcome to beautiful Missoula, Montana, a Chamber of Commerce type day. Grizz Nation keyed up for a third straight home game. Longest trip west ever for Indiana State football as the Sycamores take on the Grizz. Hi everybody, I'm Trey Bender alongside Jordan Tripp. Glad you're with us. The Grizz coming off a dramatic come-from-behind win last week in a victory over North Dakota to go to 2-0. And this is a type of win, Jordan, that could pay dividends late in the season.
A game win like that can change the trajectory of your season from a belief standpoint. It just instills trust in your processes from your coaches to your players. So when you're in that situation down the stretch, you're going to win.
How about Keali'i Ayat? He has become a complete quarterback, has really matured into his play, number 8, and made the clutch plays when they needed him down the stretch against North Dakota.
You hit the nail on the head. We're watching him mature right in front of our eyes with every single rep that he's taken. He's working through his progression smoother. He's more command of the offense. He's setting protections properly, and that's what's allowing him to hit some of these downfield throws that he didn't do like early on in his career.
And he has some options. They have the length, they have the speed as well in the receiving core, and that could be a factor when we get closer to Big Sky football. Of course, the big fourth down conversion setting up the game winner. One of the special players for this team, though, is the redshirt freshman, and a guy that people are talking about more and more, and that's Brooks Davis. He is a type of guy that could be an all-conference guy down the line.
You don't see freshman young receivers play with the precision and high football IQ that Brooks Davis does. And in particular, this kid, the route that he ran to seal the game, and we're going to take a look at it here later, unbelievable precision in his route running ability.
Big target, that helps out a quarterback, but he's physical, and then also the route running really sets him apart.
He's fast, he's strong, he understands coverages. You can see right here, great protection from the offensive line. Keali'i stepping up in the pocket, and Davis on a double move. We're gonna take a look at it right here. Watch him sell the sluggo seam. Watch his outside foot, bang! And you're gonna see the defender from North Dakota bite on the route, and then watch him explode out of his cut on the go route, and Keali'i Ayat dropping it in the bucket to seal the game. When the game's on the line, Brooks Davis shows up.
Now, on the Indiana State side of things, the Sycamores are 2-1, but you got to look on the defensive side of the ball. Kamal Clark, one of the top safeties in the country.
You can see why he's one of the top safeties in the country. This guy, as a linebacker, to have him play behind you, he's an eraser. He takes away everything. The guy is one of the best in the country from the safety position. Watch the physical presence he has coming down to the middle of the field and physically tackling the ball carrier. You're gonna see next here, critical point in the game on 3rd and short. Again, out of middle field, coming up, physical point of contact, boom. Puts the guy down. You got to know where he is at on the field if you're Keali'i Ayat and the Montana offense.
So that's a Sycamore to keep an eye on here in Missoula. Joining us again on the sidelines is Kyle Hansen. Kyle?
Yeah, Trey, Jordan, great to be here with both of you guys once again for our 3rd game of the year. And I don't know how we keep getting so lucky with fall here, but we couldn't ask for a better day for college football in Missoula. So let's go ahead and take a look at our Stockman Bank weather report. 77 degrees, bluebird skies, not a cloud in the sky, with winds about 8 miles an hour to give us a nice little breeze as we get set for Indiana State and Montana. So that'll be your weather report from Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. And it was really interesting, guys, talking to Kurt Mallory earlier this week with you, where he's a veteran coach, comes from a football family. He saw the Grizzlies back in 2022 when these two teams met, and he was really excited to play in this atmosphere because of what the crowd typically brings here in terms of noise, excitement, the whole fan base and all of that. He said, as a guy who played at Michigan, he's played at Penn State. He talked about how the decibel level here was just below Penn State. We've heard guys in the past from like Delaware in the playoff games a couple years ago say that. So he's really fired up to have his guys here, and obviously Montana's had some success against the Missouri Valley, and they're looking to keep it going here today. So we'll send it back to you, Trey and Jordan. Get this thing going.
Thank you, Kyle. Two coaches that respect each other immensely from football families. The Mallorys in the house.
The Mallorys in the house. Runs deep. You got Robbie, Tim, Bobby. You got Mike, Bill, Kurt, their whole family in the NFL and college, and they all know each other. We sat up here in the booth earlier. You're just probably a name away from knowing about everybody in the coaching world, Trey.
And there's Bobby Houck, winning his coach in Big Sky in Montana history. #2 active among FCS head coaches in wins. Look at those numbers, and they've been really good against the Missouri Valley Football Conference.
Coach Houck, in typical, has done well against the Missouri Valley when the Big Sky as a whole hasn't. you just wonder how much that experience has to do with it, and understanding the different coaching trees and style of football that there is in the Missouri Valley Conference.
Sebastian Lopez to kick it away. They're striped out there, the fans in the maroon and the white, geared up for football at Grizz. Sebastian Lopez from Fort Wayne, Indiana, their kickoff specialist and their place kicker, and we're underway from Missoula. Michael Wortham, the deep man, the electric one, will let that one bounce through the end zone for the touchback. Montana will go to work. A slow start, as we mentioned, leading up to this game in games against Central Washington and against North Dakota, but this is a team that has finished strong, and Kale'i Ayat, a guy that could take him to some special places if he played like he did down the stretch last week.
You see his football IQ starting to come to life with the more reps that he's taking. I mean, he has a real special arm, Trey, and a real ability to run the ball and throw in the run, and just look for him more down the stretch to be asked of more by Coach Pease.
This year, his focus being more a student of the game. He's got all the tools, going to throw it on first down. Brooks Davis, the aforementioned, with a catch and a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Amon Glass, the field corner, on the stop. So they get Davis a catch right away.
Well, get the ball to your playmakers early. You want to get them involved often and early. I mean, getting Brooks the ball, getting these guys the ball in space, and just kind of shaking those cobwebs out is what you want to do. 4-2-5 here from Coach David Ellison, the defensive coordinator, similar to last week.
Grizz want to be better on first down, stay on the field, do well on third down as well. Second and long here. Gilman straight ahead, and Eli spins out of a tackle, and he's up to the 32-yard line, sets up a third and short. Lucas McAllister, preseason all-conference guy on the stop.
Well, Montana's offensive line does a great job with the push up front here, giving Eli Gilman an opportunity to get 8 yards, and now a third and manageable for Kale'i, and the Montana offense is right where they want to be, is winning first and second down. That was a point of emphasis from Coach Pease from last game to this week.
That was a Whitefish Credit Union replay. 3rd down and 2. Grizz initial series from the 33-yard line. From the pistol, Gilman hit in the backfield and dropped. Big play up front that time from Indiana State, and it was Bryce Patterson, a sophomore from Brownsburg, Indiana, met him in the hole.
Well, Patterson does a great job, but take a look at number 95, Logan Wilson, demanding a double team, allowing the linebacker to run free and go make a play on the ball carrier, and a good 3 and out, a huge start.
We talked about the physical play of North Dakota. Indiana State can bring some of that with their people up front. That's their strength.
Their strength is their defensive line. Typically, you're going to see Logan Wilson, number 95, be at the point of attack.
Ty Morrison gets the kick away. Rashad Rochelle, a dangerous returner, fields it on the 25 on the fly, and he's tackled right there. Clay Oven got down there to help out, and Indiana State will start at the 27-yard line. Just underway from Washington-Grizzly Stadium. Big Sky against Missouri Valley. Scoreless.
Today's game is sponsored by the University of Montana. Build your skills the Montana way. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
Indiana State's first series after the Montana punt. They go to the air on first down and nothing doing. Micah Harper just blows up that play as they got into the hands of Larry Stevens III. Here is Keegan Patterson, not expected to be in this position. Elijah Owens injured, collarbone injury. He's come in against Eastern Illinois, and still a very athletic guy trying to learn on the fly as their starter.
He's a smart guy, and he can make plays with his legs and down the field. They're going to get Indiana State on a false start here just due to the crowd noise. But Montana's defense is going to be something for him to handle, and protections being so multiple with pressures. Look for him to be at the helm today and have a good job.
False start, number 87 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Let's take a look at our players to watch, brought to you by the Jewelry Design Center.
Tolbert had a huge coming out party last week for Montana. Gale with that 4th down catch. Amon Pong and Page, the captain, their center on the Dean's list. Really smart guy. Look for him to have a big day for Indiana State.
Second and long to the air. A catch is made, and it gets some of that yardage back, and the helmet comes off of Brian Domino, who took a big shot from Peyton Wing.
What a catch by Domino. He's got to come out because he lost his helmet. But Coach John Mayer, the offensive coordinator, said that he thought there were some plays to be made downfield. Look for him to try to get those. often and early against this Montana defense.
10-yard pickup, 3rd and 6. They'll need to deal with the Montana blitz. They need precise route running, a quick release. They got it right there. As you look at Wing, who is all over, he flies at that linebacker position. Showing blitz. Tuliaupupu on the blitz, and that is deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, if you're Montana defense, great job getting a 3 and out. There you see Coach Tim Hout going man-to-man across the board and sending some heat. Montana's pass rush gets home. You're going to see it right here. Watch Peyton Wing up the middle, causing pressure, and Tuliaupupu getting his hands up and deflecting the ball for a win for Montana early.
Boy, their bread and butter, their blitz package was fantastic down the stretch in the win against North Dakota. Harry Traum from Melbourne, Australia. Aussie rules kicker gets the kick away end over end. It'll be Deck in the sun. He lets it go, and that takes a Sycamores bounce, and it's down inside the 10-yard line. Bothered by the sun there, couldn't field it, and ends up being a great punt for Indiana State.
You see the Aussie punter on the roll there, and field position, very important part of football. Montana's got to go 90 yards here if they want to score. Good job, good start. Strong showing by the Indiana State offense.
We have a new system for our Marsh McLennan Agency fan zone this season. Scan the barcode on the bottom of the screen, follow the instructions, send in your picture. Sponsored by Marsh McLennan Agency. We'll share some of our favorites later in the game. Second series for Montana, this time from their own 10-yard line. In motion is Wortham, bottom of the screen. They'll throw that way. Out of the backfield, catch by Gilman, and he's up to the 13-yard line. Now, Eli has just 3 catches this year, but last year he caught 18.
He can catch the ball out of the backfield on these swing routes. They call them little Texas routes, angle routes when you're man-to-man on the linebackers. Look for him to get the ball more down the stretch for Montana.
Montana had a hard time running between the tackles against North Dakota, but the passing game opened things up offensively. They'll run it here, and nothing doing for Gilman. He's tracked down in the backfield and dropped by Alex Rose, their linebacker. They've been pretty good against the run in the early stages.
The local guy, Alex Rose, you'll see him here flash. Number 36, the linebacker, beat his block on the inside, shoot through the gap, and tackle for loss for the Indiana State defense.
He's their juice guy. That was kind of you when you played. He's the energy guy, loves life and football.
I mean, Coach kind of said sometimes on a hot day, you got to fake it till you make it a little bit, Trey.
3rd and 11 now. 2 receivers top of the screen. Ayat from his goal line, under pressure, throws, and it's open to Wortham for a 1st down. He's up to the 35-yard line. Delivered under duress, again showing his maturity, 25-yard pickup.
Well, that was to Kamal Clark's side. They know how aggressive he is in the run game. He's under 36 right now. You see them just throw it right over the top. They're keen on the run because it's so impeccable that they stop Eli Gilman early. Great call by the Montana offense, completing that for a big conversion.
That's a Tyrama 1st down from the 35 now. Ayat stepping away from pressure to the sideline, incomplete. Not a lot of room over there. Coverage applied by Amon Glass. It's 2nd and 10.
You turn the tape on him. Amon Glass is really good in man coverage. You see him making the play there downfield after he's in coverage for a substantial amount of time. Big win for the Indiana State defense on 1st down.
Indiana State wins against McKendree and a 38-14 win over Eastern Illinois. Ran into a really good Indiana team in Bloomington. Lost 73-0 last year. They've got a game against Illinois today. They're legit. On 2nd down, Ayat to Wortham. Out of the backfield. The electric one, and he's close to a 1st down, up to the 44. Boy, he is so explosive, and anytime he gets it, he's got a chance to break it.
He's a nightmare in space. As a former defender, you're going to see right here to the left side of your screen, watch him just pick his way through and hit the juice, make the hole, and great tackle in space to force the down ball and not go in yard for a touchdown.
That was Devin Johnson, the junior, and we've got a timeout.
Timeout, Indiana State. Their first charge of the half. Timeout.
9:50 to go, opening quarter, but Montana on the move in the scoreless game from Missoula. Scoreless so far in Missoula. The Williams Plumbing and Heating poll. Time to take a look at that. WilliamsandPlumbing.com to register for a chance to win tickets to an upcoming Grizz or Cats game. Today's question, which of these was not a charter member of the Big Sky? We'll let you know. Big 3rd and 1 coming up for Montana. Football at their own 44-yard line. Play action for Ayat, rolling right, downfield and incomplete. Wanted Gale. I don't know if he saw the football. Kamal Clark was on coverage, and that was a dangerous pass.
He almost came away with that one there. Montana's in 13 personnel, 1 back, 3 tight ends, and a roll pass. You see Kaylee Ayat just come up a little bit short, and he's probably fortunate that he did, because Kamal Clark might have been going the other way with that one.
So second punt coming up for Ty Morrison. Clark, a special player at that safety position all over the football field. Morrison, Big Sky Special Teams Player of the Week last week. The big 42-yard field goal that drew him closer before they knocked off North Dakota. Gets the kick away, a beauty. Spiraling end-over-end kick. Rochelle at the 8-10. He'll have to make a fair catch, and he goes down, and the flag comes in late. Late hit coming in for Montana. That was Cade Cutler. That's actually Tanner Huff, the guilty party, it looks like.
Unfortunate for their Montana, because you got him inside of the 10 tray, and now they're going to get some yardage coming out unless they wave this one off, which I do not think that they will.
Kelly Holman, our lead referee.
There is no foul for kick-catch interference. The player was blocked into the receiver.
You can see on the left side of your screen here, after the fair catch was complete, you can see the defender pull off. Rochelle did a pretty good acting job there. He might be taking some classes down at Indiana State for that one. That was a good one.
He sold it. He's a special player. Rutgers transfer senior, one of the top punt returners in the Missouri Valley. Now they'll start from their 9-yard line after that punt by Morrison. Handoff between the tackles. Les Lawrence gets it up to the 11-yard line, couple yards, and that's it. Elijah Tolbert, who had a big game, their leading tackler on the stop.
Look for Tolbert to be all over the field. They like to put him out in space and blitz him up the middle. He flashed last week against North Dakota. Real coming out party for that young man.
Chicago kid, game captain for this one. They pick game captains throughout the course of the year. Play action this time. To the air, Patterson. Downfield, Rochelle. He can't come up with it. He is a danger on the deep route. Kenzel Lawler on the coverage with him step for step.
Kenzel Lawler did a good job there. He knows he's going to get tested opposite of Keon. Now look at him stay in his hip pocket, not panic, and look back. They almost got the ball downfield, and that's one of the points of emphasis they're going to look for in this game to Indiana State, is to take some shots downfield, with Montana being in a lot of man-to-man coverage.
They're going to go empty set this time, Jordan. 3 to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top of the screen, and now they bring Lawrence back into the backfield. They're going to run it. Quarterback keeper showing his athleticism, Patterson, but he's going to be a little bit shy, it looks like, of the first down. Micah Harper, the free safety, on the stop.
So Keegan Patterson right here.
Got it. He got the first down.
Is doing ID motion by motioning Ples Lawrence back into the field, finding out that Montana's in zone, and counting the box numbers. They had 6 in the box, so he's going to run or throw. In that case, he elected to run. Prince Ford is in here for Keon Loud, who just came out of the game.
Patterson ran an 11.9 100 in high school. Here's Lawrence with his speed to the outside. Bounces outside to the 30 and has a first down. Flag comes in late, a couple of them. One behind the play, one in front of the play. TJ Roush, the strong safety on the tackle.
Indiana State might got a little handsy here on the corner with a hole. You see what Ples Lawrence can do, though, when he gets to the perimeter. He's a bowling ball, and he's strong. He can explode through contact. Look for him to get a heavy dose of the ball for Indiana State.
17-yard pickup. Will it stand?
Not sure what the second one was, Trey. This could be an offset if they are both not on Indiana State. We're going to get word here from the officials to see what's taking place down on the field.
This Indiana State team last year, they beat North Dakota. They are a team that barely was knocked off by North Dakota State. Kurt Mallory, they're smarting a little bit, but playing good football here early.
Okay. During the run, holding number 3 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Larry Stevens, the third, their receiver.
You can see right here, Stevens just getting under Prince Ford there for the penalty for Indiana State, and that's tough. That's a tough break for Indiana State on a positive play converting. on that first down. Now it's 1st and 10, and they're back up against it.
It'll actually be 1st and 11 officially, so the play, and then they mark him back. That's a big break for Montana as Lawrence bounced that one to the outside. We'll start from the 18 to the sideline. Trying to navigate the traffic is Rochelle. He's tough in the open field, but they stayed right with him there for a short gain.
We're going to take one more look here at that last play. You see, this could have been a block in the back as well. Right there. They got away with one there. That's a 15-yard penalty if called.
Half yard down and a little bit more than 10. Here's Rochelle on the jet sweep. Cuts it up. Runs into a slew of Grizzlies, and down at the 22, Braden Bailey, the nose guard, finally caught up with him. They're going to find a way to get this guy the ball, and he is dynamic.
Rochelle's going to be moving all over the field. One thing about him is he's a dangerous receiver, but he's also a dangerous thrower. I mean, he was a top 15 ESPN dual threat quarterback in the country. He had a beautiful double pass against Eastern Illinois for a touchdown. So when they're motioning him and you're at home watching, watch for some electricity because he's a tremendous athlete.
He's also a former running back at Rutgers. He does a little bit of everything. Trips to the left side this time for Indiana State on 3rd and 7. Patterson over the middle. Catch made for 1st down. It's Rochelle. And he's knocked down finally at the 32-yard line by Clay Oven. We knew coming in he would be a factor. That's a 10-yard pickup for the senior from Springfield, Illinois.
Take a look at here. The protection by the Indiana State offensive line, giving Keegan Patterson a clean pocket to work with and a nice dig route across the middle by Rochelle. Montana elected to only bring 4 there, which is rare for them. They're back in their 3-man front now. Look for more pressure.
Nothing doing. Lawrence escapes the tackle of Wing, though, and gets positive yardage up to the 35. Wing almost had him for a loss. Good job by Lawrence, the junior, to get away from that.
Peyton Wing would like to have that one back, but man, Ples Lawrence, that's a pretty impressive 1-yard gain. Watch Peyton Wing knife through the offensive line for Indiana State and just got away from him there. Good job by Ples getting positive yardage for the Sycamores.
2nd and 8 now. It'll be Lawrence again. Trying to cut back, and he's knocked down. That was Caden Schwartz, the junior end from Jacksonville, Florida for the Grizz. And it sets up a 3rd down and 4. And this is where that blitz could come into play for Montana.
Again, high percentage of man-to-man defense and pressure from Montana. Looks like the Sycamores are electing to go 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end. Patterson may call his own number here. We'll see what we get.
Blitz coming, Wing's got him, and down he goes. Hayden Schwartz as well, but Wing showing his ability in that blitz package for Bobby Houck, and they'll force the punt.
Hayden Wing, you can tell that they want to get him in pressure. Keegan Patterson didn't quite get his protection right. You can see the left side of his offensive line, Sonny Okunlola, didn't expand out and slide to the left and pick up the pressure. Good job by the Montana defense getting off the field there on 3rd down.
How about the preseason All-American Buchanan watch list guy, Peyton Wing, the Portland State transfer, off to a good start this season. Harry Traum gets the kick away. Wortham calling for a fair catch, and he makes it at the 31-yard line.
I don't know if Wortham has ever fair caught a ball. I can tell you that right now.
Timeout on the field.
Defense has ruled the day so far. What a setting. Grizz Stadium, Indiana State, Montana, a Missouri Valley Big Sky slugfest, and there have been many of those through the years. So far, defense has ruled the day. You're kind of a game. They've gotten after it on that side. Well, and this is a Stripe the Stadium night. That adds to the flavor here.
Yeah, I mean, the Stripe the Stadium, this place looks unbelievable. It's electric in here, and just adding to that atmosphere here at Grizz.
Montana after the punt will hand it off to Eli Gilman. He breaks it to the outside. Look out! Gilman to midfield. Gilman wants to take it the distance. Touchdown, Montana. And they strike first.
Man, what an explosive run by Eli Gilman. This is the epitome of slow to pitter-patter and fast through. Look at the offensive line and the tight ends for Montana do their work up front so Eli Gilman can set up his blocks, and there's that track speed on display. home run ball by Eli Gilman in the Montana offense.
His fourth rush goes for a touchdown. Morrison the extra point. That is his 34th career touchdown as a Grizzly. His fourth rushing touchdown this season, and he does it dramatically as he's done so often throughout his career.
He's so dangerous between the tackles, and you can see the Indiana State defense collapse. But one thing that he does so well, Trey, is his vision to the perimeter, and if you get a little bit nosy as a defender, he's going to pop out there to that perimeter and look out, because he has track speed, and he's a hard one to catch in the open field.
Fifth in school history with that number right there. And how about a guy that could have gone elsewhere, could have gone FBS, wanted to come back and make a statement for this Montana team?
I just think it speaks to the moral fabric of him wanting to develop as a young man and as a player. He really likes his coach, former NFL player Justin Green. Going back to that drive, though, I mean, not really how you draw it up, but one play, 69 yards. If you can do that every time, I mean, sign me up. That's a pretty good job by the Montana offense. But I mean, man, the offensive line and the tight ends on that play really made it go.
Morrison from the 35. As Gilman lights up this Grizz crowd, and Morrison through the end zone with that one. Touchback, and the Sycamores get the football back. We talked about defense, but explosive plays, they were a story for Montana last week, and it shows up here. Let's pause now for a message from the Jewelry Design Center.
More choices. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life. Come see us in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
And again, sustained drives are good. You get big plays, though. That can boost your confidence.
It can. Those double-digit drives really bode well for confidence in your offense down the stretch and in the game during the season.
Patterson will hand it off to Lawrence, trying to stretch right. Wing meets him in the hole. He breaks the tackle, though. Puliaupupu and Loud finally got there to corral him, but a pickup of 6 yards.
Lawrence is extremely hard to tackle, being 5'9", okay? 5'9", 200 pounds. He's a ball of muscle and can explode. Watch the defenders from Montana and Peyton Wing go right over the top of him, and him continue to get positive yardage for the Sycamores.
That replay brought to you by Whitefish Credit Union. Pressure coming from Wing, downfield Patterson, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Larry Stevens III, Loud on the coverage, but again, Wing putting his mark on this one early.
Well, as a defensive coordinator, I mean, what they would tell you is if you can't get him, go through him, and that's what Peyton Wing does right here. Watch him go through the block physically. Good job protecting his quarterback, and there's Montana once again in man-to-man, so they can send pressure.
All right, they sent it on 3rd and 4 on the last series. Do they go for it right here as well?
They got an extra blocker in there, the Sycamores do. Pressure look from Montana.
Patterson rolling left, throws on the run, and completes it to Larry Stevens III for a first down, and he's up close to midfield.
That's the RPO, run-pass option that is so dangerous for this Sycamore offense, and they're going to get into a tempo here. This is what they like to do. They like to RPO you and get up to the ball and snap it again quick.
From their 49, play fake, deep ball, Patterson downfield, he's got his man, it's caught, and guess who? Rochelle for the touchdown, and it's 7-6, 51 yards on that strike.
Look out, Sycamores. Outstanding job by Keegan Patterson, sitting in there with the defender in his face, taking a shot down the field with Montana in man-to-man coverage against Prince Ford and throwing a dime. They're in this football game. This is right where they want to be, Trey.
Boy, a dynamic athlete. MVC all-newcomer a year ago. Honorable mention pick in the conference. Could be a first-team, second-team guy this year with those kind of plays. Extra point from Lopez is through there, and we're tied at 7.
Let's take another look here at this touchdown by Keegan Patterson. Great protection, just giving Keegan Patterson enough time, but what a throw. Pressure in his face, stepping into the throw and delivering a dot for a touchdown for the Sycamores.
Hunter Peck was right there, had a chance to get to the quarterback, but he delivered it under duress.
Hey, Hunter Peck put a shot on Keegan Patterson now, and he threw a strike. That shows what this kid's capable of.
hard to believe for Kurt Mallory. This is just the third start for Patterson as you look at the drive. The big play is a story for both teams here, but he's got a lot of confidence in this kid. He's athletic. He led the state of Colorado in passing his senior year out of Longmont.
Well, he's an engineering major, too. He's a smart guy.
That doesn't hurt.
That does not hurt. Doesn't hurt. I mean, smart guy like that, being able to identify what Montana's in and take a shot when it's necessary in a game like this. They got confidence. They're in this game. It's knotted up here in Grizz.
Sebastian Lopez kicks it through the end zone, a touchback for Montana. So a couple big plays, the Gilman touchdown run, the Rochelle touchdown catch. It's fireworks here after we saw a bit of a grind, a slugfest most of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there was less than 100 yards of offense total in the game, and then 2 home run balls by both teams. I mean, what are we going to get here today? Touchdown, next play, touchdown. We're going to see what Montana's going to dial up here to answer something back, but it's getting electric in here.
Yet 4 of his first 6 through the air as they start from the 25. Bohannon goes in motion. Haley throws to Bohannon on the sideline, and he's out of bounds. A good play scheme there. Run out by Amon Glass, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, I mean, the Sycamores elected to bring 6 there, so the man-to-man across the board. Bohannon and Kaylee Ayat did a really good job getting in the ball. They're hurried back up to the line of scrimmage here.
Stevie Rocker Jr. in at the running back. He'll get his number called, and good pursuit and nothing doing. They have really closed off the running lanes, with the exception of that Gilman carry. It's been tough sledding, second down and long.
The 2 interior guys here for the Sycamores, Logan Wilson and Shane Bennett, are really making hay against the Montana offensive line, and they're only bringing 4, Trey. They're not bringing pressure. Those 2 big guys up front, that's where Coach said their strength was. They're showing up to the test against this Montana run game.
Saw Bennett right there. Bryce Patterson, 98, has also been affected. Play action now. Ayat, Rocker out in the backfield, and they don't miss on him. Got a yard, and that's about it. Xavier Andrews, the junior corner, the boundary corner from Gaithersburg, Maryland, on the stop.
Strong tackle by Xavier Andrews coming up against a pretty big back, Stevie Rocker.
3rd and 9 now.
It's going to be interesting to see what the Sycamores elect to do here. They've been playing a lot of zone defense and just getting 4 people in this pass rush. Montana's got an open set with 4 wideouts right now. Looks like the Sycamores are bringing pressure.
Gale is one of those, split top of the screen, the tight end. They rush 4, backside pressure. Ayat escapes it. Ayat throws downfield, got a man. It's caught. It's Bohannon, first down.
So this is a design loop roll out to Kaylee Ayat, left-hand side. Watch him, he knows he's gonna get pressure from the boundary on the left side of your screen. He sees it, and he's gonna duck and roll and throw a strike to Bohannon on the sideline.
21-yard pickup, 7th catch of the year for Bohannon. Here's Rocker straight ahead, and they get some positive yardage this time on the ground. Just down inside the 38, 4 yards there for Stevie Rocker Jr.
Good positive yardage for Montana. I kind of want to talk about that last play, though, that conversion. Montana got out of dodge there, and it's because of Kaylee Ayat's ability to extend plays with his legs and find his open receivers downfield. He's graduating and maturing every single rep that we're seeing him take here at Montana.
We'll go pistol here, and they're going to check out of it. They'll go Wildcat. Wortham will take the snap. The All-American candidate fakes the pitch. Wortham's going to keep it inside the 35. High hurdles a guy and finally goes down after the first down at the 29-yard line.
So let's go back to that passing play. Watch Kaylee Ayat here. Reverse roll out to his left. Extend the play with his legs, and the defense comes out of coverage, and he throws a strike on the sideline to Bohannon down the field.
9-yard pickup now. They've got Everett Johnson lined up as a lineman, top of the screen. Lined up as a receiver, calling for the ball. Ayat's going to take a shot for the end zone. Wortham, and he overshoots him.
Pretty exotic formation there, Trey. So you see the offensive lineman split out. Gale was lined up as an offensive tackle there, who's typically not eligible. But the guy outside of him, Wortham, was off the ball, and they tried to throw it to him. Good job by the Sycamores being well coached in who is eligible and who is not.
But Johnson was calling for the ball. I don't know if that was a decoy, but didn't draw a lot of attention from Indiana State.
Yeah, gave him a little look there and tried to fake it.
2nd and 10 now. Gilman back in. Escapes a tackle from Rose. Gilman inside the 20. First down. He's inside the 15-yard line. Man, he is so good in space, and the combination of the speed and the power is why he's so good. Kamal Clark is on the stop.
You see him do his zone footwork. That's a little lateral step, and then he presses the line of scrimmage right here. You see him knock off the defender and Rose with his hands and just continue to turn his feet for positive yardage for Montana.
Play action. Gale, the tight end's got it. And he's gang tackled near a first down at the 4-yard line. Kamal Clark again, their captain, on the stop. AVA Law Firm Red Zone. We've entered it here, the AVA Law Group Red Zone. It's 1st and goal for Montana. Gilman straight ahead. Gilman leaning for the goal line. Is he in? No indication yet. Touchdown, there it is.
Superior second effort by Eli Gilman, and the push from the Montana offensive line, staying with the play and getting in the end zone for the Grizz. Right here you can see Eli Gilman, watch him turn his feet after contact and running through a great defender in Kamal Clark to get into the end zone, and just that extra push by the big guys up front late in the down to push their man, number 10, Eli Gilman, across the end zone for the touchdown.
2nd rushing touchdown, 5th of the year for Gilman, and for his career, that's 33 now.
The ruling on the play is a touchdown. The play is under review.
All right, they'll take a look at this one. We had to wait for the official indication on whether it was a touchdown, and they need clear and obvious video evidence to uphold the play on the field. Here it is.
All right, Trey, what do you think? Looks like his knee there is still up. Might be a situation where there's not enough evidence to overturn.
There's the ball.
The ball does seem to break the plane there. This is going to be a good look. Got a little murky there.
Yeah, I don't know. Jorge Valdez, the safety, tried to keep him from the goal line, but that second effort, Johnson was right there making the call before the officials.
Yeah, I guess just, I mean, let's look at Johnson and see. I mean, he's just going to let us know, right? Again, sometimes these situations, you got to fake it till you make it. We don't know what they can see down there. I've been guilty of that. You know, there might be a turnover or something. You got to point at them and maybe try to encourage them a little bit. One thing to note again for the viewers at home, every single one of these plays is reviewed by the officials. Now, whether they decide to stop the game or not is a different story. So they are looking at this well before it may come from the sideline or a timeout by the coaches.
Regardless, it's going to be the final play of our first quarter here, and here's the official call coming from Kelly Holman.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is upheld. Touchdown.
13-7 Montana. How about the start for Eli Gilman?
I mean, you can bottle him up all you want, and then all of a sudden he gets loose a couple of times, and that really creates some problems for you as a defensive coordinator. You look at the plays here, 10-play drive. Those are the things you're looking for as an offensive coordinator.
Morrison's extra point is good. 11 for 11 on PAT so far this season. 1 quarter in the books. We saw defense early. We've seen explosive plays late, and the Grizz take a touchdown lead into the second quarter.
Yeah, the defense has done a great job making adjustments. Offense, Montana's done a good job getting positive yardage down the stretch. Let's see if they got a little bit more of that in the tank from Washington-Grizzly.
A good old-fashioned matchup, Big Sky, Missouri Valley. It's been the Eli Gilman show, but Rochelle has had some say as well. Second quarter next from Grizz. You're watching Scripps Sports Saturday Showdown. Scripps Sports, the official broadcast partner of the Big Sky Conference. Start of the second quarter. Let's go on the field. Here's Kyle.
Yeah, Trey.
We'll check in with Kyle later. It's what a drive, though, for Montana, and Gilman showing he can do it between the tackles as well.
Well, we talked about it right before we went to break. A 10-play drive is what Montana wants to get into, and that big part of that is Eli Gilman, the consistency in the ground game.
Morrison to kick it away, and that one will find its way through the end zone, and a touchback for the Sycamores.
You know, look for the Sycamores to kind of stick with that explosive type of offense downfield. Keegan Patterson got a little bit of confidence in that last throw down the field to Rochelle, knowing that Montana's going to be man-to-man, and they're going to take those shots. Look for more of that down the stretch from the Sycamores.
Remember, this is just his third career start. Had a start at Indiana last week, started a game against Dayton a year ago. Junior from Longmont, Colorado, and did not expect to be in this position with Elijah Owens injured. But you get the sense he's going to get better and better. He's facing tough competition this season, but he is a talented QB. As we've got a timeout called now from ISU.
Timeout on the field, Indiana State, their second of the half.
And we'll take a break with them. 1 quarter in the books. Montana up 14-7. The big play is the story here.
Today's game is sponsored by the University of Montana. Build your skills the Montana way. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
We open up the second quarter. Let's check in with Kyle.
Yeah, guys, Elijah Owens, the typical starting quarterback for Indiana State. He's been kind of fun to watch here on the sideline. Obviously, he's been out with that collarbone injury over here with a sling. His teammates on.
Unfortunate he cannot play freshman All-America from last year, but Keegan Patterson's done a nice job in his stead. And Braden Bailey, the tackle there. There's a look at Owens, who was a freshman All-America, number 9 in the Jerry Rice Award voting, set a quarterback record at the school, almost 600 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns a year ago. On second down, Patterson under pressure and throws it away. And that was Gino Leonard in the backfield creating some havoc.
Local product Gino Leonard on the pressure, but really quick, going back to Owens, it's really unfortunate that he got hurt in that Eastern Illinois game and hurting his collarbone. He is a talented player, and they're going to miss him, but Keegan Patterson's done a really good job here. Strong showing by him out of the gate for Indiana State.
And the blitz idea here, 3rd and 7.
Heat him up, as Coach Houks thought. They're in man-to-man here. You're going to see him come out. Otluski is man-to-man on Perez, the running back.
Leonard's coming. Flag is thrown. Deep ball, Rochelle, and it's incomplete. Tried to stretch him out down the sideline, but a flag to sort out.
Montana may get caught for an infraction in the neutral zone here. What they're trying to do is a hard count and take a shot because it's a free play and give Rochelle a chance. Give your guy a chance down the field.
Offside, number 47 of the defense in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
You can see the bottom of your screen right here. Jump into the neutral zone. That's a free play opportunity for the offense. And taking a shot down the field. Big difference between 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 2 for the Sycamores. And it looks like Montana's going to get it going back the other way. The crowd's really getting into it in Grizz here.
False start, number 50 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, it's still 3rd down.
Sonny Okunlola, the left tackle. So Dietrich jumps on the Montana side, and then the left tackle on the Indiana State side.
You get a penalty. You get a penalty. You get a penalty. Let's just go back and forth. This north end zone, you can hear him. You can hear him. And Okunlola can't hear his offensive quarterbacks count. Look at him.
3rd and 7, showing blitz. Here they come. Over the middle, incomplete. Pass a little bit too tall for Torrey French, the redshirt freshman. It's 4th down. Diesel Wilkinson, the nickel on the coverage.
Yeah, got a little bit of alligator arms there across the middle. Diesel Wilkinson in the coverage. Clean pocket by the Sycamores offensive line for Patterson, but he may have heard some footsteps there by TJ Roush coming downhill.
You've been there. That north end zone is a game changer. You can get them backed up there. Your chances are pretty good on defense.
Trey, I'm not kidding when I say it vibrates your chest. It vibrates your chest, and you can't hear right next to each other. It's kind of scary the first time you experience it.
The Aussie Troms punt. Fair catch made by Drew Deck at the 25-yard line. So the Grizz get a stop. And they have the football back. Early stages, second quarter, up by a touchdown. Grizz Nation geared up. Second quarter, 14-7. Thanks for sending your pick into the Marsh McLennan Agency Fan Zone. Here are a few of our favorites from today. Keep them coming. Montana with the football after the punt. Ayat will go to the air. Wortham with the catch across the 30, and he's up to the 33-yard line. More photos. The response from the Grizz family is obviously impressive, but we've seen some Indiana State fans checking in.
Again, we say it every week. Everybody having a good time inside and outside of the stadium watching this football game. Keep them coming. Keep having a good time on this beautiful Saturday.
Top two conferences in the FCS, the Missouri Valley and the Big Sky, squared off in a good one. 2nd and 3 now. It's Wortham from the Wildcat. Wortham up close to midfield. He's done that a couple times on Wildcat formations. Devin Johnson on the tackle.
Devin Johnson saved a touchdown there. Wortham is so dangerous with the ball in his hands. Take a look at the interior offensive lineman creating a hole. You see Brown, Liam Brown right there with the big block, sealing it off for Wortham, exploding through the hole for a huge gain in conversion for Montana.
First team All Big Sky, second team All America, led the conference in kick return yards a year ago. Big play there, first down for Montana at the 48 now. Gilman trying to stretch it to the outside, breaks a tackle. That's hard running for maybe half a yard, and that's it. Maybe got it to midfield, and that's it.
Big number 90, Shane Bennett, the interior defensive tackle on the right side of your screen. Watch him get vertical penetration. That kills all run plays. He cuts the defense in half. He made that play happen for the Sycamores.
2nd and 8 now. They try the other side with Gilman, and he can't get the corner turned. He's run down by Braxton Sampson, their captain, the junior at linebacker.
Strong play by Sampson coming downhill, using his interior defensive line to keep blocks off of him and making a good tackle against a very talented ball carrier.
So 3rd and 11 now, and this limits your options if you're Montana. They'll go 3 receiver set, 4 receivers actually, with the tight end in there as well. Pressure coming. Ayat over the middle. Catch made by Gale. He's got the first down grab to the Sycamores 36-yard line. The UC Davis transfer had a big catch last week. Kamal Clark on the tackle.
Running through his progressions here. 1, 2. There's his 3rd read, Gale, on the seam route because he sees the safety lean. Devin Johnson leans to the sideline. Good read by Kaylee Ayat.
Now they hand it off to Malai Fanotti, seeing it's just his 2nd carry of the year, and he gets a yard, and that's it. Braxton Sampson stoned him in the hole on that one.
Braxton Sampson laying the wood on that play. Malai Fanotti is not a small back. Big collision down there on the 35-yard line.
Fanotti goes over 200 pounds. Good to see him out there. Physical guy as a runner. On 2nd and 8, again, the Wildcat snap. There's Wortham, and he's dragged down from behind. That was Kamal Clark. That's 2 really good athletes right there. And Clark pulled him down by his jersey.
Kamal Clark's got some strong hands. He doesn't even wear gloves. That's a tough dude right there. Watch him drag Wortham down with his hands. Really strong, inside out, owning his leverage. That's the way that you want to tackle a talented player in Wortham. You can't give him 2 ways. You're gonna miss if you do.
That's a couple preseason All-Americans colliding there on 3rd and 5 now. Ayat has time. Sideline, catch made, first down, hauled in by Jordan Deaver, and that'll move the sticks. Amon Glass on the tackle.
So Kaylee Ayat, you can see why he has the opportunity to be an elite thrower of the football and getting the ball outside the numbers and deep for a first down for Montana.
They're in the AVA red zone after their 10th first down of the day. Here's Fanotti straight ahead. Oh, he puts his head down and delivers a blow, and he's down to the 14, 6-yard pickup. Clark on the tackle.
Man, you can tell Fanotti is eager to get on the field. That might be his 4th carry, I believe you said, Trey. He wants to tout the rock. but you got such a crowded running back room, and they are so dangerous. And now you got Wortham, you got Finoti, and Kaylee Ayat all in the game at the same time.
2 receivers to each side this time for Ayat. Quarterback draw, calls his number. Ayat to the end zone. Touchdown, Grizz. "14 yards, and that's his first rushing touchdown this season.
Coach Pease wants Kaylee Ayat to be careful in this situation. He's running right at Kamal Clark, the hammer, they call him. You can see it's a designed play right here. He drops back. He's counting numbers. His lead blocker, Finoti, finds traffic inside, and Kaylee Ayat is extremely talented. Right now, they got a broken formation. They're forcing the Sycamores to respect their eligibles and their alignments, and they're going to come back to that later if they had trouble when they get back and look to see if they covered it properly.
Brooks Davis, the holder, as they get back into a traditional set here for the extra point. Now we've got a penalty flag from the back judge. Hold on.
Delay of game, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, 1 on time.
This will be a longer PAT coming up here.
On that touchdown, Trey, it was incredible to watch Kaylee Ayat decide, because it's a designed quarterback run, but it doesn't have to be. He's counting the numbers of the defense, and they had a light box, and he did an outstanding job of making the right call and getting Montana into a score.
Morrison splits the uprights, and it's 21-7. 3 rushing touchdowns for this Montana offense.
Take a look again at the offensive line of Finoti for Montana, setting up their blocks. Here he goes and explodes around the linebacker rows for a touchdown. More to come back from Washington-Grizzly with this electric offense.
Ayat finds the end zone, 21-7 Montana. Nearing the midway point, second quarter from Grizz as the Grizz try to move to 3-0. So much tradition at Montana. Honoring Georgia and Andrea Donovan, the wife and daughter of the late Larry Donovan. He was the Grizz head coach from 80 to 85, won a Big Sky Conference championship in 1982. And the culture is real, the tradition is deep here in Missoula as that kick will find its way through the end zone.
Coach Donovan, a cornerstone of this university. It's just so amazing to see. People have so much respect for Coach Donovan.
This Montana team couldn't get much going offensively, but then Eli Gilman sparks them. They get the running game going, and then Ayat is going to keep a defense honest with his ability with his feet.
And that's what he hasn't done all year. We're sitting up here talking, you know, why are they in too deep? Well, he hasn't ran much all this season, and then he did. Now you have to respect it because he is a threat with his legs.
Patterson can run as well as the Sycamores start from the 25-yard line. We'll hand it off straight ahead to Nick Osho, junior from British Columbia. Elijah with Tolbert on the stop, 2-yard pickup.
Osho's a big back, 6'2", 220. He's a load to bring down when he's got the rock.
Now, this is a definite change of pace. Physical guy, that's his 12th carry. He has a couple touchdown runs this season. Play fake this time. Patterson going deep downfield. Rochelle, he had him, and he missed him down the seam. Kenzel Lawler on coverage.
Montana elects to bring 6 and go man across the board. Once again, they decide to take a shot at Lawler. He does a good job. He had a step on him. Look for them to potentially come back to that later in the game because it was there earlier in the first quarter.
They had what they wanted. Couldn't hook up, 3rd and 8 now. And here comes the potential blitz concerns if you're an Indiana State fan. Tolbert's coming. As is Oven, over the middle, catch made short of the first down. Cade Cutler on the tackle. Coming up with the grab was Brian Domino, but they're short. It's 4th down.
Montana brings 6 up the middle. You see the cross by Wing and Tolbert. Great job. I mean, that's what you want now. Here comes the punt team for the Sycamores. For Montana defense, outstanding job really getting off the field and keeping sticks in front of you. Giving your offense another chance here in the second quarter to take it down and put points on the board.
Deck awaiting the punt from Harry Trom. This was the Sycamores' problem at Indiana. Too many 3-and-outs. Really put their defense in a bind. As the Aussie gets the end-over-end kick away, Deck calls for the fair catch at the 27-yard line. So Montana with some momentum now with 8:35 to go in the second half. And they've really settled into a groove here. How about Bobby Houck? You know this guy probably better than anybody. He likes the upside of this team. He mentioned at the start of the year that he saw some things against North Dakota he was pleased with.
You know, he said in the press conference after the game, we're probably not ready to win a game like this because we're so young, whether it's your seniority in class or just reps, you know, as a whole. So, you know, when you could win a game like that, that's why he talks about the ceiling of this team, because they showed up when it was winning time, when the game was on the line. And Coach Houck is a detailed guy, and he's going to push his men very hard.
He's got more athletic than you think. Here's a handoff to Gilman, trying to go forward for a yard or two. And how about Bobby showing some hops? He's still got it as head coach of Montana. Look at this after the win.
A little bit of that track athleticism. I think he kind of jumps like that when he goes fly fishing off the bank. You know, maybe that's where he gets that explosion from, jumping into his teammates' arms there.
A no-nonsense guy, and he was no nonsense about that move right there in the locker room.
If you're going to do it right, and that's the way he is about everything, including jumping in the locker room.
2nd and 8 now. Ayat looking to throw it. He's got Oseam up the middle, throws to Bohannon, and he's close to a first down. The catch at the 39 looks like it's enough to move the chains for the senior from Woodstock, Georgia, and he's a little bit shaken up now.
You hope he's okay on that play. You never just, anytime you're an athlete, you see somebody go down, it just kind of brings you back to reality. It's a possibility, and he does a great job catching the ball here and gets hit from behind. Looks like he might have just hurt his leg there a little bit. We don't want to speculate what it is, but just hope that young man is okay.
Boy, Jerome Robinson on the tackle. And you've been in that situation where there's really nothing you can do about it. The leg is locked up there, and let's just hope that is something that doesn't become a serious thing for the junior. And he's been a big part of this offense in the passing game. We talked about their depth at receiver, and they're attending to him right now at the 32.
He's been such an integral part of this offense. He's a big target. He can stretch the field. He can catch it in traffic. He's kind of been a safety blanket for Kali'i Ayatre in a lot of situations where you got to have it. And he's up now, and they're getting him off the field. It's good to see him up and moving. You just, once again, you just hope he's okay.
Now that is a good sign. At least we'll see how he deals with that. Obviously some concern for the Montana sideline there. Eli Gilman's been the big story in this one. Rushing the football, showing the ability to get to the outside and the play between the tackles.
Eli Gilman, watch how square his shoulders are, and he makes you miss in a phone booth. Similar to, I mean, people talk about how strong he is and how good he is at the point of attack. He's got some shake to him. He's got a lot of shake to him. And he has the home run ability you see right here, turning the quarter, losing angles by the defenders. That home run ability, does a great job setting his offensive lineup with really fantastic blocks.
89 yards, couple touchdowns already. They try the left side this time with Gilman, and not much available there. A couple yards, and that's it. As Alex Rose, the linebacker, sophomore from Terre Haute, on the stop, their energy guy.
He's all over the field. He's made play after play after play. He runs better than I thought he did, Trey. He does a good job making plays on the perimeter in space as well.
Nearing the 7-minute mark, you can see Gilman's numbers so far. The All-America candidate from the 42. Ayat to the sideline, and the catch is made. It's hauled in by Corbin Hendricks. Seeing some action here. His first catch this season, and he moves the chains.
He's got some juice. He can run down the field, and that's what the coaches like about him so much. Look for him to get the ball more down the stretch.
Big 6'3" target from McKinney, Texas. They'll go his way again. On the other side of the field, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
That's just a simple timing issue. He hasn't had a lot of time to work with Kali'i Ayat there. He's got to sprint out of his break more. He's going to get coached up on the sideline. So we got an exchange here. Kali'i Ayat's coming out. Wortham's coming in, and he's going to see a little bit of snap here from the quarterback position. So you've got Gilman and Wortham back behind center.
3 carries, 42 yards on the ground for Wortham in this one. He was a quarterback in high school and in college at Eastern Washington. Hands it off to Gilman, and he's inside the 45-yard line. That was Bryce Patterson, big 280-pounder on the stop.
Okay, Eliot's back in the game, but as a runner and a linebacker on the other side, you have to respect the run game by Wortham and Gilman both, because he can run the RPO just like Kaylee Eliot does, and you have to respect him as a quarterback, both handing the ball and pulling it and running it himself.
A lot of different looks from this Montana offense as we near 6 minutes to go before halftime. Ayat on third down. Pocket collapses, goes across the middle, incomplete. Intended for Jordan Deaver. A couple Sycamores there, including Xavier Andrews. It's fourth down.
Deaver would like to have that one back. Kaylee Ayat threw a dot on the money, and it just was not hauled in. That's going to happen. Good job by the Indiana Sycamore defense to get off the field on third down. If they would have completed that, he would have been short of the sticks. Wonder if it was 4-down territory, if they could have get a couple more yards, Trey.
Montana 7.7 yards per play, just under 3 yards per play for Indiana State, and now the Grizz a chance to pin them back. Rochelle standing at the 10-yard line and waiting the punt from Ty Morrison. Angles it, and it's a beauty, fielded at the 3-yard line. Kenzel Lawler got back there and hauled it in, and again they'll have to deal with that north end zone on offense.
Yeah, they just cannot seem to get out of that area of the field, which makes it incredibly hard on your offense when the defense can rely on that crowd noise and just continue to dial up pressure, because they're going to be working off a silent count and they can't get a jump on that pressure from the Montana defense.
And you can hear them, the north end zone crazies they call them, as they start from the 4. And that was a good backside tackle right there, and no gain. That was Diesel Wilkinson getting in the backfield and shutting things down.
You'll see the right side of your screen, Diesel Wilkinson, the nickel, with pressure off of the edge and making the tackle for a loss for the Grizzlies.
Lawrence had nowhere to go. 2nd and 10. Patterson from his end zone. Pressure coming. Deep ball for the sideline. Oh, what a catch. Did he get his feet in? No. Harper on the coverage on Larry Stevens III. Did not get his feet down. Did a great job bringing in the pigskin.
That was an impressive haul in by Larry Stevens III, and a fantastic job guiding him out of bounds and not letting that be a completion. Montana defense showing up there when it counted most to get off the field.
Boy, this is where you pin your ears back, huh?
It's what you want as a defense.
Here they come. And flag is thrown. A couple flags on each side of the field.
Looks like they jumped off sides there. Pre-snap penalty. That end zone is loud for Montana. The crowd really gets into it here, making it hard.
False start. Number 87 of the offense. This is to the goal. 3rd down.
That's 3 false starts now against the Sycamores. That's Lance Reese, the tight end.
This isn't a pleasant place to be if you're the Indiana Sycamores backed up in the north end zone. Now you're just looking at getting positive yardage for the punt team, because you got 11 yards to work with for this play and on special teams if they don't get positive yardage here.
Patterson has time. Rolling. He's going to have to tuck it. His only option is across the 10. He's got a 1st down. Great effort from Keegan Patterson, finally knocked out at the 17. Wilkinson was over there to hammer him, but a good job by number 15 to get them the 1st down.
This kid's a gamer, Trey. He was up against it. Look at him roll out to the right here, keep his eyes downfield, make him respect the pass, and here he goes getting a 1st down when he was 9 yards deep in the back of the end zone. Outstanding job by the Sycamores, converting on 3rd down.
An 11'9", 100-meter guy. Backside pressure, he's hit, the ball's free. Recovered by T.J. Roush, touchdown Montana. Tuliao Pupu hit him. Roush covers it, the defense steps up.
What a hit by Solomon Tuliao Pupu coming off the edge for Montana. getting this place rocking and rolling. They live and die by the pressure, Trey. And I tell you what, they just got hit with the first down by Keegan Patterson. They said, we don't care. We're going to dial it up. We're going to bring pressure and make you block us time after time again.
And the extra point for Morrison makes it 28-7. They call the 3-3-5 the triple option of defense. You can see why Bobby Houck loves it.
They come at you, they'll blitz you coming out of the tunnel. You see him coming off the left side of your screen here with an up and under, beating Sonny Kokunlola with an up and under, bending the edge. You can see why they recruited him so highly at USC when he can do things like that. Unbelievable, perfect technique, swatting the ball down, securing the tackle. TJ Roush is there, the local product for the scoop and score.
Boy, and you have to feel good. You mentioned Tuliaupupu, finally healthy. So many injuries, foot injury, knee injury, his time at USC, sidelined by illness, playing the way he's playing right now, and that opportunistic D cashes in.
When you turn the tape on, Solomon Tuliaupupu, one word, relentless. Relentless effort. He is either 0 or he is 100 miles an hour, and that is a big, strong man running extremely fast off the edge.
So their various blitz schemes creating chaos as Morrison has been busy and finds that one, finds the end zone with that one, and it'll be a touchback again for Indiana State. Well, it is a fun team to watch. We saw what they did. They went to the bread and butter against North Dakota last week. It paid off, and you're down there in that north end zone. You've got to feel good as a defensive player.
I mean, one thing you're going to see when you're backed up is hard count, a direct run, and a shot. And it looked like right there they were going to take a shot. And you know, as a defensive player, when you got those guys on the perimeter, Keon Loud and Lawler, making that quarterback hold the ball, you have that extra belief that you're going to get home on that pressure.
Now Patterson trying to shake things off. He's under duress again. Down he goes. Tolbert was in there. Hunter Peck was in there. The senior and the Carroll transfer. And they are feeling it right now on the defensive side. Loss of 5.
Zero coverage again on the back end, and what that means is it is no safety in the high field. Right there you see the pressure coming off the edge and the defensive line winning on their one-on-ones.
Lawrence, short yardage. Clay Oven on the tackle. 3rd down and long coming up.
Well, I mean, it looks like the ref might have gotten in the way there a little bit, trying to make a move, trying to fake him like the ball was coming out. But back to that play, the defensive line, they're doing games. That means crossing, looping, and exchanging position with the person next to them to try to create issues in the Sycamores offensive line protection.
That was the umpire, Bobby Alcantar, who took a seat. He's back up and ready to go. 3rd and 13. They come on the blitz, they'll run with Lawrence, breaks the tackle, gets to the outside, and he's dragged down a little bit short of the first down at the 33-yard line.
Ples Lawrence has been Mr. Reliable for the Sycamores today. Every time they give him the ball, he seems to run through first contact time and time again. If I'm the offensive coordinator for the Sycamores, I'm going to stick with this kid and give him the ball, let Patterson get back into the game and maybe take a shot or two down the field, because that's what was successful for him in the first quarter.
And they're not going to gamble here. They're down 3 touchdowns, but they're not going to gamble at their own 34 on 4th and 1. They're going to punt it away. I think Indiana State's offense wanted to go for it there.
Well, they call this green ball, Trey. They say, watch the ball, because I tell you, it's terrible to give up a first down on a false start or an infraction for the defense.
Tom gets the end over end kick away. It's Deck at the 18. Trying to sidestep a man, and down he goes. About where he caught the football, Cade Boyd. Down there. Let's check in with Kyle.
Yeah, guys, I just headed over to the Montana Grizzlies sideline, and wide receiver Blake Bohannon, they've wrapped up his left leg pretty heavily and then put some ice on his left knee. Obviously, that could be a big loss for them if he's unable to get back in this one. Kennesaw State transfer with 3 catches in this one, guys.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay. This is, again, a Grizz offense, very versatile, and the wide receiver core, we talked about them coming in. They can hurt you in so many different ways. Bohannon, a big piece of that.
He's an integral part of that offense. We said it earlier. He's a big target that has the ability to run the entire route tree. That's a huge loss for Montana if he's out. We really hope he's okay.
Time to work with for Ayat. Goes underneath to Wortham, breaks a tackle. Wortham in space, look out. 40, and he's bumped out of bounds at the 47. Puts on the Jets. Braxton Sampson on the tackle. He is one step away from going the distance every time he's got it.
His ability to make you miss in space is just, I got one word for it, elite. The spin move that he just had in the open field. You're going to take a look here. Watch Wortham catch the ball, make the first man miss, and then spin at the same time. You can see why he's an All-American candidate and one of the best all-purpose players and athletes in the entire country.
25-yard pickup, rolling left Ayat. There's Wortham again. He's having a big game. He's close to a first down with that grab. Devin Johnson, the strong safety on the tackle.
There he is at receiver. He's all over the field. He's at quarterback, he's at running back, he's at outside, he's at inside, and he's running precise routes. Extremely precise routes on time. Fantastic job by Wortham catching the ball.
Montana in a good spot here. 2-minute timeout. The ball at the 46-yard line.
Immediate timeout.
And they have their timeouts to work with as well. Couldn't ask for a better day for football. College football Saturday in Missoula. 28-7 Montana trying to move to 3-0. Offense sparked him, defense as well in the second quarter. 323 yards of offense for Montana, 15 first downs, and they have the football at the 46 of Indiana State. Ayat goes underneath to the tight end, Gale, and he has a first down to the 33. Boy, he's their go-to guy from the tight end perspective in the pass game.
He's kind of becoming a security blanket for Kali'i Ayat. He's about third or fourth in his read, and you can see Kali'i work through his progressions and read the coverage of the Sycamores and find his safety blanket, dropping it down in the middle of the field.
12-yard pickup, and out of the backfield, Rocker with a catch, and that's a first down grab. Alex Rose runs him out. They still have 141 to work with, and those timeouts as well. All options on the table.
Again, that's his third or fourth read, and Kali'i Ayat decides to take the high percentage completion to his underneath route and completing it to Rocker.
Into the AVA red zone at the 19-yard line now. Ayat steps away from pressure, throws wide open. Gale, touchdown Grizz.
That was a sweet throw. Kali'i on the lean and flicking, changing his arm angle, and just delivering another dot to Gale for a touchdown.
His first touchdown catch as a Montana Grizzly. He had the big 4th and 12 conversion against North Dakota that set up the win. And Bobby Houck's team cruising right now.
The story of that drive, unbelievable protection by the offensive line for Montana. Kali'i Ayat, though, in years past, in games past, after his first or second read, he's going to take off and run. He decides to just run, allow his guys to get open, and this is a practice drill here. The route's over, and he just goes to a sidearm and finds his man Gale in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Again, years past, after his first or second read, he's going to use and lean on his legs and run the football. Just unbelievable job by Kali'i Ayat, keeping his eyes downfield and running to find his work downfield for his receivers.
28 unanswered for Montana after the Sycamores struck, and Ayat is now 18-23 with that touchdown strike. How about Gale, though? Here's a guy that played on an 11-win team at UC Davis last year, caught 16 passes, caught 26 the year before. He's a big play tight end.
Yeah, the UC Davis transfer, you wonder, I mean, UC Davis is a good ball club now, and they had a really good year last year, and he decides to come to Montana, and here he is catching touchdowns, making great plays for the Grizz.
That short kick fielded by B.J. Wiest, and it was actually a pretty effective kick. He could only get out to the 13.
So that's a designed pop-up kick, and they want to force the Sycamores return game to bring it out because they believe that they can tackle them inside the 25-yard line instead of kick it through the end zone for a touchback. Now they're back inside the 15 in the north end zone. Some people have went to the tailgates early because it's Montana. Well, it's still going to get loud in here, I can promise you that.
So after that 5-play, 82-yard drive, Patterson's in a familiar spot, and he didn't enjoy it very much last time. Set up a receiver screen. It's Torrey French, not much doing. A yard, and that's about it to the 14. Tackle made by Elijah Tolbert.
This is good responsibility football by the Montana defense and everyone owning their leverage.
And Montana's going to call a timeout here. They've got a chance to get the football back and get some more points before the break.
Yeah, Coach Houck electing try to see if they can work with something here. All 3 timeouts.
Timeout. Montana, their first charge timeout of the half, 30 seconds.
Deciding to burn one.
Please reset the game clock to 1:19.
Now, we talked about these two coaches, and Bobby Houck, of course, maybe a national championship is in the cards for this guy. He's done everything else. 4-time Big Sky Coach of the Year, 2-time finalist for Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year, and also, how about the longevity at one school? Look at those numbers.
You don't see it a lot in college football, and he's just been able to stick with Montana.
To 1:19, 1:19.
And Kyle Whittingham has 1 season left, right? Morgan Scalley's taking over. Maybe Bobby's going to climb the ladder here.
He just keeps climbing the board. Just keeps climbing the board, sticking with the Grizz, and it's just incredible to see what he's done for this program over the years.
On 2nd down, Patterson. French, oh, what a catch for a first down grab across midfield. Keon Loud on the tackle, but that was delivered right on the money.
Keegan dropped that one in the bucket. Take a look at the catch right here. Fingertips hauling it in on Keon Loud, who's an elite corner for the Grizz, one of the best in the entire country, and he's not afraid to go at him. Great throw by Keegan Patterson.
French did not have a catch coming in. They'll go downfield with this one incomplete, intended for Larry Stevens III. Loud right with him.
Little miscommunication. Keegan Patterson looked like he was going to see Stevens III run a fade route, and he decided to go on a post. That's a simple coverage read. If you see an open field, 2 high safeties, that means he's going to run a post. Montana was in single high. Keegan thought he was going to run in corner. Miscommunication, and now 2nd down for the Sycamores.
Indiana State looking for a confidence boost here, as they have been stunned in this 2nd quarter. From the 46, Lawrence slanting left, and tough running Peyton Wing on the tackle as he goes down to the 41. Got help from Terahidi Wolf, the sophomore free safety.
Everybody's getting in the game here for Montana, whether they're up or not. They want to create depth.
3rd and 6, blitz is coming. Patterson, incomplete. Oh, and a big hit by Wolf on the receiver as he's upended. And there's that pressure again paying dividends.
Montana is playing at an extremely high level of effort right now, constantly bringing pressure and forcing the Sycamores offensive line and protection unit to account for everyone. And they just got beat on that long throw, and they do not stop bringing pressure.
And Coach Mallory's going to punt it away here. Good drive to get him out of harm's way in that north end zone, but with 38 seconds to go, they don't want to give Montana the football back near midfield.
Knowing Coach Houck here, they're going to try to set up a return. This punter's pretty darn good, though, at pin him inside.
That's Trom, and it's fielded by Wortham inside the 10-yard line. 31 seconds to go. What a half for Montana. This is a team that struggled in the first half against North Dakota. Not the case here this week.
They showed up big time in the 2nd quarter, winning on 1st down and maximizing on their explosive plays when the opportunities presented themselves down the field. So I want to talk about this situation for a second. As a defense, you need to think, where's Morrison's kickoff line? So it's about the 35-yard line is about where he can hit this thing from. So that's your goal line as a defense. 31 seconds and 2 timeouts is a lot of time for the Montana offense. If they get a positive play here, we'll see what we get. They practice this, though. I mean, these situations are really important to work during the year.
4 receivers set. They're going to run it with Rocker. They showed a potential pass, but I think they're going to play close to the vest here. 1-yard pickup. Caden Gajewski, the sophomore from Nashville, Illinois, the linebacker on the stop. And I think Montana is going to be pleased, content with a half that really not much went wrong.
Yeah, they're just going to let this one go, like you said, Trey. That 2nd quarter was a strong showing by them. I mean, it was really incredible just to see them stick with it. But also, I think the story is Kaylee Ayat seeing the game a little bit better and making those throws his receivers downfield.
223 yards through the air for Ayat.
That's the end of the first half.
371 yards of total offense for Montana against their second straight Missouri Valley Conference foe after holding off North Dakota last week. Let's check in. Here's Kyle with Coach.
Yeah, Coach, what a half, right, from your guys here, especially looking at that offensive distribution. What'd you like on that side of the ball?
Well, you know, the distribution we don't worry about. The ball kind of goes where it goes, but we're making plays really in all three phases, and we want to keep doing that, obviously, the second half.
Defensively, aside from their home run touchdown, the defense has been kind of locking them down here. What's worked? What have you guys seen on that side?
Yeah, you know, we're going to make the play there, but other than that, it's been pretty much locked down. They got us on the second down there at the end to get them out of their end of the field and keep us from getting another possession. So defense is up, coming out of the locker room. We got to roll.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you. Yep, back up to you guys.
Thanks, Kyle. A dominating first half for the home team here in Missoula as Montana looking to go to 3-0. Big plays the story. Eli Gilman, a couple touchdowns. Ayat has one. The defense has one. It's 35-7. The Montana Chevy Dealers halftime report right after these messages.
Time now for the Scripps Sports Montana Chevy Dealers halftime report.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into our Saturday Showdown halftime show. I'm Casey Conlon alongside Tom Wiley in for Scott Breen today.
Yeah, that's right. Excited to be here. And we talked about Montana needing a strong start. They've had some slow starts the past couple weeks, but certainly not the case today.
That's a first half that I think Grizz fans can be excited about there. Obviously, it's 7-7 early, and you think, oh, no, here we go again. And then they just kind of put their foot on the gas, and the Grizzlies pulling away, as we saw.
Absolutely. Let's jump into those highlights, show you how they got this one started. Of course, Indiana State at Washington-Grizzly Stadium, a home-and-home series wrapping up today. In the first quarter, the Grizzlies get the first break. It's Eli Gilman breaking loose up the sideline. How about 69 yards for his 32nd career rushing touchdown? That is the 5th most in school history with a ways to go in his career. Next drive, Sycamores answer. Keegan Patterson unloading downfield. That's Rashad Rochelle on the other end. 51-yard score, tied at 7. The Grizz up 14-7 now. Keali'i Ayat scrambling up the middle on the draw. He's in for a touchdown. And Montana goes up 21-7. They lead 35-7 at the break.
All right, let's go over to Bozeman. Montana State, fresh off their first victory of the season last week, hosting Mercyhurst this afternoon. Cats opening drive, methodical, ends in a Julius Davis 4-yard TD run. MSU up 7-0. Let's jump to the second quarter now. It's 10-0. Mercyhurst driving in the red zone on 4th down, but QB Adam Urena hit by Paul Brott, balls out, recovered by Takari Carr. Great play by Brott, and the hat looks good on him on the sideline. Cats offense capitalizes. Adam Jones spin move and then powers his way into the end zone. Fancy footwork from the sophomore. MSU led 17-0 at the half. Still that early in the third quarter.
Still to come on this Scripps Saturday halftime showdown. We'll take you around the Big Sky. Another full slate of action on this Saturday. Stay with us.
Welcome back inside our Saturday Showdown halftime show. Another full slate of Big Sky football action on this Saturday. It includes Northern Arizona hosting Incarnate Word. That one kicking off in just a few minutes at 3 o'clock. Number 8 Idaho also kicks off at 3 against San Jose State, while Lincoln University in California, not even an NCAA school, looks to shock Idaho State. That one's at 4.
Continuing on, we got Western Illinois and Eastern Washington. Northern Colorado visiting Houston Christian. Both of those kicking off at 5 o'clock, and then at 6, the evening game. Cal Poly traveling to Texas to face Stephen F. Austin.
How about the night games? Central Arkansas and Sac State at 7. Butler at Weber State. That's also 7. And UC Davis rounding out the Big Sky action at 8. They host Southern Utah. All right, before we get you back out to Missoula, we take a look at this week's Williams Plumbing Trivia question.
Here's a look at it. Which of these programs was not a charter member of the Big Sky Conference when it was formed in 1963? Is it Idaho, Idaho State, Montana, Montana State, Northern Arizona, or Weber State? We're taking a look. Northern Arizona in the lead at the moment with 65% of the vote.
Looks like there's quite a backing for the Lumberjacks not being a charter member. We will tell you the answer to that one in our post-game show after the game. For now, though, we're going to send it right back out to Washington-Grizzly Stadium for the second half of Montana and Indiana State. Enjoy that action. We'll see you afterward.
The University of Montana. Build your skills the Montana way. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
Montana's third straight game at home. Bobby Howe trying to move to 3-0. Indiana State 2-1. Their first of 8 straight against FCS ranked teams. It was all Grizz in the first half as they have a 35-7 lead. Ty Morrison has it teed up at the 35. Wiest and Rochelle back deep for the Sycamores. And that one is banged through the end zone for the touchback. Let's get a Sycamores perspective from Kyle.
Yeah, guys, caught up with head coach Kurt Mallory coming out of the locker room, and he liked what his team was doing, defensively, loved the effort. So they were getting after him early when they had a few of those stops, but they just needed to get off the field. The Grizzlies 4 for 7 on third down conversion. He said that just kind of tired him out, and of course Montana capitalized. Then offensively, he said they had the big play on the touchdown. Chains were moving, but they also need to keep capitalizing on those as well on their own, because I believe they were 4 for 10 on third down, guys.
Thanks, Kyle. They had over 400 yards each of the first 2 weeks in their victories. Indiana, different story. And they struggled in the second quarter here as they'll try to run the ball with Nick Osho. Nothing doing. Triple teamed. Solomon Tuliaupupu is in there, and also help from, guess who, Peyton Wing and Peck. They have been everywhere today.
You can see right here on the inside with the pressure for the Montana defense, once again just deciding to cause problems for the protection of Indiana State.
Just 40 yards rushing for ISU, and that is almost intercepted. Clay Oven got his hand up there. It was intended for Larry Stevens III.
This is one of the unique things about this 3-3-5. You see Clay Oven, he was lined up on the line of scrimmage, the D lineman, then dropping back into coverage, creating a tough read for Keegan Patterson on a simple high percentage throw into the boundary.
Well, this is the last thing Indiana State wants to see. 3rd and long situation. With 4 of 10 on third downs. Grizz rushing 5. There's the blitz from Loud from the corner. Over the middle, intercepted by Wing. He's got it. And he's tripped up at the 26. His second pick of the season after one against North Dakota.
All-American candidate all over the field. Outstanding drop by Peyton Wing, sliding underneath the route and catching it, looking like a receiver, like a running back. Look at him right here off the right side. The pressure from Keon Loud and Peyton Wing just coming up with the ball. What a play for the Montana defense to get their half started.
A human eraser, they call him, with his ability to tackle. And by the way, he last cut his hair prior to his homecoming in high school. Yeah, just stick with it. It's working for him right now.
I mean, it's not broke, don't fix. You got a little bit of that sunshine mojo, Trey.
Short field now for Montana. Ayat and company. They'll hand it off to Gilman. Spins out of one tackle, and he's gobbled up at the 22. About 2.5 yards on that carry.
Montana just committed to staying balanced with their running and throwing game. You can see that's an emphasis from Coach Houck. Always to be a balanced attack so one team can't get a beat on you either way.
Approaching 400 yards of total offense. Gilman trying to navigate the middle, nothing there. Sidesteps a man, he's gonna go. Touchdown Montana, his 3rd of the game. How about that elusive move? 22 yards for the score.
The guy doesn't get enough credit for how elusive he is. He gives him a dead leg. You almost can see from up here in the booth how he sets up his blocks and how he has elite vision to see where he's going to go next. And he sets the defender up right here, and just watch him on the right side of your screen pop out late, dead leg. Great play.
120 yards on the ground, 3 touchdown carries for Gilman as Morrison tacks on the extra point. And this team is cruising with their stars. Gilman and that blitzing defense. Wing getting a pick to set it up. 42-7 Montana. We have a new system for our Marsh McLennan Agency fan zone this season. Scan the barcode on the bottom of the screen, follow the instructions, send in your picture. Sponsored by Marsh McLennan Agency. We'll share some of our favorites later in the game. Jordan, you think these Grizz fans are having fun today?
I mean, they just keep trickling in from those tailgates. I don't know. It's looking a little bit sparse right now. I think they're having fun on this sunny day, a little bonus summer day here in Montana.
Morrison through the end zone, and Indiana State again in that familiar position of playing in front of that north end zone. This Grizz team clicking. How important it is to have a game like this after a nail biter against North Dakota, kind of see how everybody fits in, get some depth involved in a game like this.
Just think when you get a close game like that, it really instills confidence in your process and what your coaches are asking of you on a weekly basis for preparation. You believe what they say when we got to start fast. We have to win on third down and rely on our techniques to do such.
Cy Stevenson is in at a linebacker position right now, as Indiana State will go to the ground game with Ples Lawrence, and he pushes the pile forward to the 32-yard line for a 7-yard pickup. So much talent in the linebacker core, Jordan, and Stevenson, a guy that's just from a numbers game not in there, but he's a very talented player.
All 6 of them are. Really, that whole room is, for that matter, Trey. I mean, they're fast, they're athletic, they're high effort. You wonder what type of recruiting formula Coach Hout came up with this new era of NIL, because you don't have a lot of time with these kids.
False start. All the linemen except the center. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Yeah, Page the only guy not guilty there. Talk about the NIL at this day and age, how Bobby Hout addressed it, and obviously he's made some inroads with the guys he's brought in.
Well, again, leading into his coaching staff, a lot of experience in the NFL at the second level, and they have player personnel people who evaluate talent on a daily basis, really, to find out what type of makeup they want to bring in here and ask to recruit.
Peterson, that's a great catch right there, hauled in by Rochelle to move the chains. Kenzel Lawler on the tackle. Brings forward over there in coverage as well, and it's a first down at the 40-yard line. 13-yard pickup. Quarterback draw, nothing doing. Forget about it. That was Braden Bailey. That's a Utah State transfer. He really has worked hard. He lost 30 pounds in the offseason to get ready for this season.
Yeah, from Kona, Hawaii, he's a big man inside. Physical presence. I mean, he just swallowed him up right there. That was a design quarterback run to try to pull the linebackers out, and he said, no way, not inside today.
Cardio and diet slimmed him up a little bit.
Yeah, they like that spam over there. My buddies taking me over there to the island. I can't keep up eating with those big fellas.
Under pressure again. Patterson rolling away. Ovens after him. He throws downfield incomplete. Boy, he is. Third down. How about Bobby Kennedy? Was at Rice. He's been at Stanford, Iowa, Colorado, Texas, Washington with Houk. 17 bowl games in his career.
You can't replace experience, and you get a chance to be coached by someone who's been all over the country in a multitude of different systems, and as a young player who wants to be developed, and that's what I think that they're trying to sell at Montana. We will develop you, and that's what you want as a young athlete.
On third down, they go underneath. Deck with the catch. Deck has a first down. Run out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Jerome Robinson on the tackle. And then you've got Cameron Norcross, offensive lineman in his first year, 20 years veteran coach.
We'll get back to that. So right here, Drew Deck on the streak across the middle of the field. Nice underneath route throw and catch by Kaylee Ian Drew. Staying in bounds, moving the sticks. But Trey, the coaching staff, I mean, you can't ask for anything more as a young athlete if you truly want to have the best opportunity of becoming your best and being, oh, there you go.
And there's Jordan Deaver, speaking of becoming your best, right down the seam. Another touchdown for Ayat. And Deaver, his first touchdown catch as a Grizz, 62 yards.
Dream come true for Deaver, man. Big stage, college football, catching a skinny post for a touchdown. Kaylee Ayat throwing it to him, hitting him in stride. They're firing on all cylinders today.
Well, and you love to see this in your program if you're that coaching staff we talked about. Ayat's over 300 yards. You get these guys involved. Here's a guy that had no stats last year. Deaver, he played just one game against Morehead State as Morrison tacks on the extra point. Depth, talking about experience, seeing playing time is important for these guys.
Well, creating depth, Deaver doesn't get a ton of reps, and right here he comes in And it's a non-negotiable with Coach Houck. We demand you compete at a championship level, and that's a championship level route by Deaver, championship level protection by the offensive line, some of which are not starters, and you cannot replace reps because you never know when your number's going to be called in the season.
Number 9 from Spokane, Washington. Redshirted as a walk-on at 23. How about Ayat? He's having a game, isn't he? 313 through the year.
He's excited for his guys. You just like to see players who invest so much into the program and into their team have success, and that's a young man right there who puts the work in the offseason and was young. His teammates respect him. You can see the scoring drive here, very efficient in a home run ball. The Deaver with his first touchdown catch as a Grizz.
Montana knew they had Gilman, they knew they had Wortham, they knew they had some big-time players like Peyton Wing. Ayat, though, what is the ceiling for this team? That's back-to-back 300-yard passing games for him, if he plays like that.
I don't care what level of football you're in, high school, college, or the NFL. If you got a good quarterback, you've got a chance. Something about Ayat, though, is his ability to make all the throws is there. He's got a strong arm. He can extend the play with his legs. They will go as he goes.
Rochelle, look out, trying to get to the outside, and he turns the corner and finally runs out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Good job by the special teams there for the Sycamores, blocking it up on a field side return. Coach Houck not too happy about that one, but let's just talk about Kaylee Ayat really here. We talked about his maturation process. You can see him working through his progressions as the game has gone on, even more so from last week to this week. And let's not forget, the Sycamores have some really talented players on defense, and they play in an extremely tough conference, and they're a good football team, and Montana has had a lot of success today.
They're playing a tough conference. I don't think anybody'd be surprised when you talk about the Missouri Valley being tough as nails, and they have a tough slate ahead after this matchup. And this is their furthest trip west. How about that for Indiana State football?
A lot of miles. I mean, you think about how far they have to travel to get up here, and you just look at their schedule. I mean, they're on the move a lot in the Missouri Valley.
Lawrence tackled from behind. That was Cade Cutler coming in to make the play. You know, Montana, obviously, every year a tough slate in the Big Sky. Look at this slate, though, in the Missouri Valley coming up.
Every single one's ranked. I got one word for that, buzzsaw.
Oh,
that is a tough draw. But you can see why they're a good team. The record does not always reflect the quality of the opponent.
We saw how good North Dakota was. They almost pulled off a win here in Missoula last week. Out of the backfield, Lawrence has a first down, and he's up near midfield before he's gang tackled. Loud was over there, and he got some help from Jelani Davis, the safety.
Jelani Davis getting in there, getting some reps, but I want to talk about Ples Lawrence. I've been really impressed with his effort and his ability to tote the rock today. He's been the best thing that they've had going for the Sycamores on offense that allowed them to hit some throws downfield. You wonder if coach is trying to get back into that because, again, the score is lopsided, but these reps are invaluable for your season as you progress week to week, Trey.
Yeah, he's over 60 yards. He's carried it 14 times. And right now, as a coach, it's tough. You're in these scenarios, but Mallory's looking for some positives here, something to build on. Backside, and there it is again. That's Stevenson, I believe, coming in and making the play. Nope. It was Sy on the play. Good job from him, from his linebacker spot.
You've got somebody down, you hate to see that. But Sy Stevenson coming in and making some plays for the Grizz. Good job by him. Again, another hard worker getting on the field with a really talented group on defense.
Let's throw down to Kyle now. Thoughts on the Mallory coaching tree?
Yeah, guys, as you mentioned, I mean, what a job, first of all, Kurt Mallory's done with Indiana State. Not an easy place to coach with how challenging that Missouri Valley Conference has been, but you look at the coaching tree. His father, Bill Mallory, longtime head coach at the college level, Miami of Ohio, Colorado, Northern Illinois, and, of course, Indiana. His brothers, Doug and Mike, also NFL and college coaches. He's got a nephew in the NFL, too, now with the Colts. I mean, this family is football through and through, and you can tell with this program.
You've been coached by Mallory.
Yeah, Mike over at Jacksonville. He coached me as a special teams coach. Awesome, learned so much from him. But talking to Kurt earlier in the week, I swear they're all carbon copies of each other. I mean, it is a football family. It's so cool to see I mean, just the product that he puts on the field from an effort standpoint, what he demands of his players. Mike was the same way. That coaching tree, though, the winningest coach in Indiana is Dad.
And Ples Lawrence injured. You hope this isn't serious. You mentioned how key he is to their team.
I mean, he toted the rock early and often, and he's done a great job today. Again, he's been the most consistent thing they've had going for the Sycamores on offense.
Good tackle by Stevenson there. 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Completes it to the tight end, Lance Reese, the senior from Marshall, Illinois. A little bit short of the first down. And that was a tackle by Prince Ford from his corner spot.
Prince Ford's playing good football. Younger brother of Justin Ford here, who led the country in interceptions all the time, of all time that year. He's a good athlete in a crowded cornerback room, finding his way to make plays for the Montana defense.
And the Sycamores drive stalls as Deck awaits the punt from Traum. They've moved the football across midfield, and they have been stymied from the Montana defense in that area of the field, as that one will find its way to the end zone and a touchback.
43-yard punt.
6:52 to go.
Timeout
Third
on
quarter.
the field.
Montana on cruise control. Get ready for game day with Megan Robinson during This Week in Big Sky Football. You'll hear from your favorite coaches and players, plus get an insider's look at the conference. Watch every Saturday on this Scripps Sports Station. Check local listings for times in your area. Big Sky Conference regular season right around the corner for Montana, trying to move to 3-0 in non-conference play. And Jake Jensen is now in at quarterback, the senior from Pleasant Grove, Utah. The USC transfer, just one pass attempt, completed it for 7 yards, and a guy that was in a battle to try to win the starting quarterback job before Ayat came out of there as a winner.
Coach Houck demands competition, and that's a stiff competitor right there in Jensen, the USC transfer. He did a lot of good things in camp. Kaylee Ayat just edged him out. He's got a lot of respect from his teammates. Look for him to potentially play a little bit down the stretch.
1 year at BYU, and then he went on a 2-year LDS mission as they run the football with Finoti up to the 23-yard line. He was good in the spring game. 142 yards, couple touchdown passes.
Well, you don't get recruited by USC just because. I mean, he can make all the throws, he can run. Everything that you look for in a quarterback in the Brent Pease offense is right there with Jake Jensen.
Finoti, redshirt freshman. Last year was Big Sky Offensive Player of the Week. 176 yards on the ground against Morehead State. Getting some good reps here with his team comfortably in front. Trips to the left side for Jensen. Trying to set up the screen. Now Jake's going to run it. Puts his head down and has a first down across the 30.
You can see why. He's such a good quarterback. I mean, he's a competitor, Trey. He's taking these reps very seriously. Fantastic job moving the sticks by him. Commanding the offense. You can tell he has a good understanding. He's calling the play from the line. He's setting protections. He's calmly operating the offense. Clearly in command. He can throw the ball. He's looking out to his left and man-to-man right here. Let's see what we get.
Pistol formation from the 30. Finoti turns it up. Finoti close to a first down. He looks a lot bigger than 5'11", 207. He runs with like a tank out there.
He runs with superior pad level. He gets the ball, and he's got strong lower half, Trey. He gets his pads behind the ball. Look at this right here, lowering on contact and running through, finishing inbounds, not running out of bounds.
It's 24 first downs now for Montana. Midway through this third quarter. First down from the 40. They have a bunch set, and in motion is Gilman, and they hand it off to Finoti, and he makes another man miss. He's up to the 47. Monty Gilman, Eli's brother, was the guy in motion. Devin Johnson on the stop.
Some of the second offensive linemen are in, and they're not having any fall off, and Eli Finoti is hungry for some yards and hungry for some carries. He's been out, and he's back in there. and they're giving it to him. And that offensive line is getting a lot of juice behind him, Trey. You can tell what they want to do right now late in this game.
Jensen, a USC real estate major. He's married as well. Getting some good minutes here in the second half on second down. Handoff Finotti, straight ahead. First down. That is hard running as he spins down to the 46-yard line.
Superb effort once again by Finotti. Take a look here at the push by the offensive line, a little G scheme. That's a G, that's a guard pulling, and Malai Finotti hitting it downhill, not trying to shake it all, and just get positive yardage and move the sticks again for Montana.
How important are these minutes for him, being the third back now behind Stevie Rocker Jr.?
It's crazy to think when you watch him, Trey, that he's the third back. They're all going to get the ball. This means a lot to him. They're extremely important. He wants to show that he deserves the ball more to the coaches, and you can tell right now he's playing with a high level of effort in doing such.
At the Sycamores 46. Finotti again, stretching it left, turning it up against the grain, and he's close to another first down. Ripping off huge chunks of real estate now. They move the chains.
Moving the chains once again. Great vision with Malai Finotti, looking to his inside, keeping his shoulders square, something you see Eli Gilman do so well, pressing, setting his blocks up, and once there's a crease, he hits the gas, and when he hits it, he's got a lot of strength behind those pads.
I noticed some backup linemen in there as well. Torrin Jeske, the left tackle, number 68, seeing some time. Hasheem Jones is now in at the running back spot, a talented freshman.
He's somebody Grizz fans are really happy to see on the field. He's electric.
They'll hand it off to Jones. Up the middle and down to the 30-yard line. Exciting upside. FBS offers from Bowling Green, Akron, and Central Michigan for Jones.
Well, I kind of want to go back to that coaching tree a little bit. Now, you're getting FBS offers and stuff, okay? And you come here and you see the coaching staff that they have. You have the ability to be developed as a young man and a potential prospect at the next level because of the coaching staff that Coach Houck has put together.
I know that sometimes high school numbers can be inflated, but how about 2,100 yards and 26 touchdowns his senior year? A talented guy, number 28 in the backfield. They're going to throw it here. Catch made by Hendricks. He dropped it. He had it for a moment, lost it. Jerome Robinson on the coverage.
Good read by Jerome Robinson. Hendricks would like to have that one back just to haul it in. You just got to look it in and not start running before you catch the ball. That's a big target. 6'3". Strong, long athlete. Look for him to have some plays down the field, some 50-50 balls to give him a chance. Montana to 3rd and 5 here. Haven't had a lot of throwing situations for Jensen yet.
Ian Finch and Hendricks, top of the screen. Deaver split out to the bottom as they send Finch in motion and hand it off to Jones. Jones has a first down, and he's to the 22. Boy, a lot of schools would like to have Jones as their running back. True freshman, and they're nearing the red zone.
Take a look here at Jones and the offensive line creating lanes and him just knifing through the offensive line in his hole that he gets opened up so well, that they do so well in that inside zone scheme. Got somebody down here. Hope he's all right.
Yeah, it's Caleb Harris, it looks like, injured for Indiana State. We already saw Lawrence, the running back, go off with an injury.
Well, you see this Sycamore team, Trey, they play so hard. And again, the score is 49-7, but they're not taking any plays off. That's a Kurt Mallory special right there. Demands effort from his players.
You know, back in 2018, he was Missouri Valley Coach of the Year, and they won 7 games. Biggest turnaround in college football. They did not win a game the year before. That shows what he means to the program, trying to build something there. It's not easy, though, in that conference. The Dakotas, I mean, it is tough sledding.
Yeah, all the top 25 teams that they get. You can see their stadium here. I mean, it's a good-looking facility out there in Terre Haute, but man, oh man. Tough draw in the Missouri Valley Football Conference with the Dakota schools, all 4 of them.
Well, Kyle has more on an Indiana State connection in the NFL.
Yeah, guys, it's interesting with Robert Tonyan obviously being in the NFL for several years now as an Indiana State alum. And Jordan, it's kind of fun too looking at the connection you guys have with Ron Zook. It's Kurt Mallory got the job at ISU. He missed coaching Tonyan, but he knew Ron Zook and helped get him hooked up with the Packers, and I know you know him as well.
Yeah, Zookster's the man, the Green Bay coach, and that guy likes to slalom ski. I'll tell you that much. Florida guy. He's listening right now. Hopefully he's on his boat skiing.
Jones gets another carry as they're in the ABA red zone now. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Montana, a 21-point second quarter, breaking this one open against Kurt Mallory's team. His dad, of course, the all-time winningest coach at Indiana. Kurt, a Michigan alum. He played for 2 years under Bo Schembechler. Talk about a tough-minded coach.
Tough-minded coach because he went through it. I mean, his brother, him and Mike, defensive players, defensive starters at that Division I level.
Jones again, third and short coming up, and that should be the final play of this third quarter. Montana, right now, over 550 yards of total offense, and they lead at 49-7. Looking to go to 3-0, working on getting their depth involved. Gilman, what a move there. He's had a huge day, and he's enjoying watching this one from the sidelines. And Deaver gets involved as well. Big plays, the story in Montana. The Grizzlies cruising 49-17 as we open up the fourth quarter and looking for more with Jake Jensen now in at quarterback. It's been an opportunity to see some other running backs. Hasheem Jones getting some carries, Finoti as well. And this is a team that has amassed 555 yards of total offense. And it's within reach, Jordan. The all-time record for total offense, Montana, 717 against Weber State in 1999.
When you have explosive plays like Montana has today, that's what this adds to, both on the ground and through the air.
4th and 1, lined up in the short yardage situation. Jensen with his 6'1" frame leaning forward, trying to get the first down. Let's see where they mark it here. It will be good enough for a first down.
Take a look here. Little engage rugby scrum there for the first down.
Not the tush push, but same idea, right? Just go low and try to generate something.
Form of something. Form of some type of push. Wonder when they're going to ban that play. As a defender, I hate it.
Yeah, some NFL teams voted against it. Philadelphia likes it. The Eagles have really enjoyed that. First down from the 12 now. Finoti trying to bounce to the outside. Finoti sees the end zone and has the touchdown.
You see why he's so special. Pressing the line of scrimmage, drawing everybody in on the defense, and then popping it outside for a touchdown for the Grizz. Malai Finoti.
His first touchdown as a Montana Grizzly. Actually, he had one last year, but his first this season. Had the big game against Morehead State, but that one gets him over 50 points.
The unsung hero of that one was Evan Schaefer sealing the edge. Malai knew it too. He knew his man was going to get the block. And just pressed the line of scrimmage and popped outside for a touchdown.
Joe Silver comes in, the junior from Fremont, Ohio, and tacks on the extra point. 56-7, Grizz.
Today's game is sponsored by the University of Montana. Build your skills the Montana way. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
Absolutely perfect day in Missoula, and Montana about to go to 3-0. Still 13:36 to go. Joe Silver's kick fielded by Rochelle, who takes a knee, and it'll be a touchback for Indiana State. 568 yards of total offense for the Grizz. 3 rushing touchdowns for Gilman. 2 passing touchdowns for Ayat. They got a defensive score as well in that first half. And it's good to see Finotti in action here. Did not play in game 1, but he just gives him another option.
He's another dangerous threat with the ball in his hands for the Montana offense, who you have to account for as a defense because his running style is different from Gilman, and he's different from Wortham. He's a tough back. He's good in space. You got to respect him as a defense.
12-yard touchdown run extending this lead as Indiana State gets it in the hands of Brian Domino, their wide receiver, and he carries it up to the 31 for 5 yards. Let's pause now for a word from Whitefish Credit Union.
Montana's largest credit union offers Montanans the best way to save. Whitefish Credit Union certificates are available now.
Indiana State in danger of falling to 2-2 on the season. They roll out the quarterback, who connects with his tight end, Rocco C. Oka, a junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Their backup guy at that spot.
Good play design there. Stevenson's just got to have better eyes. He's number 52, the linebacker, to see that coming a little early. Good job getting him out of bounds and into the next down.
First down at the 44. Both teams seeing their backups there, especially Montana, rolling guys through there. Matai Mata'afa, senior from Hawaii, involved.
Good play by Matai Mata'afa on that, and then Stevenson off the edge, squeezing down to his responsibility and making a tackle, strong tackle for a 1-yard gain.
Osho, he breaks a tackle and a good gain inside the 40 down the sidelines. Nick Osho trying to take it the distance, and he does. Touchdown, Indiana State. And something to hang their hat on. The junior from British Columbia takes it the distance, 55 yards.
Holy moly, that was an incredible run right there by Osho. Extremely physical and showing. Watch him right here, running through tackles and finishing with a stiff arm. He's a big back now. He's 6'2", 220, and you can tell strength behind his pads, dragging the defender into the end zone for a touchdown.
And these are the kind of things you're looking for, some silver lining along the way. And Kurt Mallory had a good effort there from Osho, and the extra point is blocked. Lopez has it blocked. The kicker tries to go get it, and he covers it at the 19-yard line.
That's not what you want to see for the Sycamores, obviously, but positive showing for them on that touchdown run by Osho. Still some more time to come back here from Washington-Grizzly Stadium right after this.
Timeout on the field.
Thank you for sending your picture into the Marsh McLennan Agency Fan Zone. A few of our favorites from today. Keep them coming. Indiana State and Montana fans enjoying this Big Sky Missouri Valley Conference matchup. And all Montana about to improve to 3-0, nearing 600 yards of total offense. They scored 49 in a row before that touchdown, the touchdown run by Osho. Wortham's going to field this out of the end zone, across the 20 and up to the 27-yard line. The Montana special teams blocking that extra point. How about big Jared Ramos getting in there and getting a hand up?
That's something that they practice every single day. That inside push, the dip and rip, and then raise the opposite hand. You saw that on display there. Something that you'd like to see as a Montana special teams coordinator and Coach Houck.
Well, we've seen Ayat, we've seen Jensen, now we see Luke Flowers, redshirt freshman quarterback, seeing his first action. Montana spring game, 69 yards and a touchdown pass. He was Idaho's top high school quarterback in the 24 class, won a 5A state title, getting some action here. And they'll hand it off straight ahead. The carry for Tommy Running Rabbit from Browning, Montana.
Somebody's worked really hard to get where he is, Tommy Running Rabbit. You'd love to see him get the rock there. Outstanding high school athlete. And let's talk about Flowers here really quick. This kid had a really strong camp. And he really competed for some time, and he's not that far behind those first two, Trey.
His dad, Aaron, a Cal State Northridge quarterback, was Montana State's quarterbacks coach. First down from the 37, running rabbit again. And he's bottled up this time. That was Colton Gajewski, the defensive end.
Good job by Gajewski, squeezing his responsibility there, keeping the ball in front of him, and making a tackle for about a half-a-yard gain for the Grizzlies.
So we see Gilman, Rocker, Finotti, Jones, and now running rabbit at that running back spot.
You see Tommy running rabbit right here. Again, somebody who's worked so hard to get where he's at. Extremely high effort, talented, very productive high school athlete.
Gets his number called again and navigates the 40 up to the 41. Browning up close to the Canadian state line, or international line up there.
Just right on the other side of Glacier National Park, right up there below Canada. A lot of talented athletes coming out of that area year to year, Trey, and just to have him come down here like that, it's got to be a dream come true for him to get an opportunity like this to play for one of your home schools.
First Grizz ever from that town. 3rd and 6 now as we near the 10-minute mark here in this one. Gilman in motion, and Monty takes it around the corner. Look out, Monty Gilman with sprinter speed, and he's inside the 30-yard line. Devin Johnson catches up with him. Here's a guy that runs a 4.340, the brother of Eli, redshirt freshman.
Take a look at it right here. You see the elite speed by Monty Gilman making the edge and just turning it up and almost making every Sycamore lose their angle. Good job by them getting him out of bounds late in the down, but man, isn't Monty Gilman electric, Trey?
29 yards on that one. Redshirt last year, offensive scout team player. Here he's in motion again. He'll hand it off to running rabbit this time straight ahead, and runs in a couple Sycamores, trying to drive the pile forward, stays with it up to the 25-yard line.
What a second effort by running rabbit on that one. You see him just stay with it. He got stoned at the line of scrimmage, Trey, by the defensive line for the Sycamores, and he just kept his feet churning. Pretty tough 3-yard run there.
So look at Luke from Rigby. Got an offer from the University of Arizona. And, you know, a redshirt freshman can learn behind Ayat. Jensen is a senior, but using 3 quarterbacks today, invaluable for this Montana program as we hit the 9-minute mark. Running rabbit. Hit hard, and look at him drive forward. Even after contact, he's a tough guy to bring down to the 20-yard line.
Really good balance right here by running rabbit on his second effort. He gets hit, spins around, keeps his legs moving, gives Montana an opportunity for a 3rd and short. Higher percentage conversion here. Monty Gilman's coming in the game. Looks like they're going to go 20 personnel. Nope, I checked that. Monty's going to be in at receiver.
They got Deaver and Gilman receiving, and also Hendricks top of the screen. Jones in at running back. Flowers. Jones has the first down, and he's inside the 17-yard line. Drew Covington, the junior linebacker, on the stop.
Trey, you got to be pretty happy, you'd think, if you're the Montana coaches here, to see, you know, the 2s, 3s, and even 4s have a sustained drive like this against a good Sycamore team. Kind of instilling a little bit of confidence in you to where if you do have to be in a situation where you put these guys in the game later in the season, you can rely on them to do their job.
Fresh set of downs for Flowers. They'll go with a pistol look here with Jones behind him. And nothing doing up the middle. NIL, we talked about this day and age of college football. How have the Grizz addressed it and their mindset with this thing?
I mean, you got to have some type of formula like they do at the next level, because you don't get that much time with these kids. You're, in Coach Halleck's words, you're assembling a team every year. You don't have as much continuity, and every time you see this team this year get asked, you know, why are you here? Well, we want to do things with high effort in the Montana way. They all say the same thing, so you wonder what type of formula Coach Halleck and his staff has to get guys like this of the same pedigree.
Plenty of support for this program. They believe in this Montana program with the tremendous tradition, the culture, and they expect to be right in the hunt for a national title every year.
Well, that's why a lot of these guys come here. You wonder why a Peyton Wing, Elijah Tolbert, Solomon Tuliapupu come here. I think it's because you have a chance to be developed by elite coaches, to give your chance the best chance to yourself to make it to the next level, become the best college athlete that you can be, but also play for a championship. You do not get that at a lot of universities, Trey.
3rd and 12 for Flowers. Hands it out to Running Rabbit, finds a seam and slips and goes down at the 12-yard line. It'll be 4th down coming up.
Tommy Running Rabbit showing a little shake there, running hard, some strength behind his pads. Take a look right here, watch him on the inside zone. Good vision, good move on him by making the defender get him down ultimately, but what you want to see is a running back coach falling forward, Trey.
Under 6 minutes to go. Ayat looking on, his work done. This team about to go to 3-0. 4th and 6, they'll go for it here. Running Rabbit, right up the middle. Makes a man miss, turns the corner. He's got the first down, he's got the touchdown.
Are you serious? What a run by Tommy Running Rabbit with the score. Congratulations to him. Put in a lot of work to become a Grizz and to score a touchdown. Look at this right here. Just doesn't give up on the play with the stiff arm, spin, touchdown. Let's talk about the offensive line, though, for a minute. I mean, these are the 2-3 deeps right there, and they're doing their job. That's not easy. They're asking a lot of them.
Silver's extra point is through there. We welcome those of you watching the Montana State Mercyhurst game. Bobcats winning 17-0 here in Missoula. 63-13 Montana, and they've gotten it from a lot of different angles.
So you see Montana just do an outstanding job with the explosive plays down the stretch. A little bit more from Grizz when we come right back.
A complete effort on both sides of the ball for the Grizz. 63-13 as they have cruised in this one. And Haley Ayat, our Whitefish Credit Union player of the game. Look at those numbers coming off a great finish in the win against North Dakota.
Extremely efficient, 22 of 27, 313 passing. Don't forget the running touchdown and doing plays with his legs. We're watching him graduate each week, play to play, and do better from behind the pocket and from the pocket.
Weist with the return and tackled by Tanner Huff as Indiana State is going to fall to 2-2. A tough loss at Indiana, a tough loss here. One of the top teams in FBS, one of the top teams in FCS in back-to-back road games for the Sycamores. But Ayat becoming that complete quarterback, Jordan, you can see his maturation as the weeks go by.
I would just say, Trey, that he doesn't panic as much as he used to in terms of running. He stays back there, trusts his offensive line, and he works through his progressions and makes throws down the field, sometime getting to his 3rd and 4th reads.
And you can see the schedule upcoming. The Vandals next. A ranked matchup as the Big Sky Conference season gets started next week. Good move by Osho, who already has a touchdown run, and he's into the clear. Osho down the sidelines, and he is gone. Touchdown, Sycamores.
Boy, Osho is just Johnny on the spot right now for the Sycamores. That silver lining you're talking about. He's shown up here in the 4th quarter and had 2 outstanding runs. Take a look here at Osho pressing the line of scrimmage, making guys miss, ripping off a long run for a touchdown. You got to be happy if you're Coach Kurt Mallory, watching how hard they have played down the stretch. Typically, I mean, you just don't see, you don't see teams do this.
80-yard touchdown run, couple touchdown scampers. He came in for the injured Ples Lawrence and has given them something to build on as they move into Missouri Valley Football Conference play next week. They actually have a bye week, and then they'll play the Dakotas. But there's a battle within the battle, a chance he's vying for playing time.
Well, I mean, you look at the effort that he's playing with down the stretch. He wants the rock, and I mean, he had a good showing early. Ples did a good job, but man, I tell you what, Osho, he's a physical big back, but he has some home run speed. I didn't think he was that fast. I mean, he just ran away from the defense there.
How about that, 6 for 134.
I mean, that's not a bad day at all at the office right there. 79-yarder for a long. You got to be happy. I mean, Yeah, it's 63-20, but you've got to be happy with that young man's effort.
The only thing in question here now, Jordan, Montana has 642 yards of total offense. The school record is 717. We still have 5:21 on the clock.
Creeping up on it. We'll see. We will see. Maybe more Tommy running rabbit.
Yeah, they have gone deep into the running back room as Lopez kicks that one through the end zone, and the Grizz will have it at the 20-yard line. And now a message from Whitefish Credit Union.
Montana's largest credit union offers Montanans the best way to save. Whitefish Credit Union certificates are available now.
Bobby Houck has had a chance to look deep into his depth chart. We have seen Gilman, Rocker Jr., Fanotti, Hasheem Jones, and Tommy Running Rabbit. And it looks like he's going to go deeper.
Got Gage Silter in there.
Sophomore from Kalispell at quarterback. And Talon Reynolds at running back, and he's hit in the backfield and drops, coming in to make a play with Nathan Gonzalez.
Good job by Gonzalez getting penetration and a tackle for loss for the Sycamores. And seeing 34 in there, Talon Reynolds, I played with his dad, Trey, one of the all-time greats here for Montana, All-American, played the NFL. Gage Silter, Kalispell product, local kid, working hard, getting on the field for the Grizz.
Talon, by the way, in high school, 17 100-yard games. And he'll get the carry here off the left side and a couple yards up to the 19-yard line. Third down coming up.
New Talon growing up, running around the facilities with Chase, just a little guy, and now you see him out there in his dad's number, making a name for himself on the field.
Talk about that, because your grandpa and your dad, part of the Montana tradition, that is something that has become a big deal at every program, but you see the generations involved with Montana.
It means something, you know, when you're from here. It means something when you have ties to it within your family, and Coach Houck knows that. His family has ties to this, and he really leans into that.
Reynolds again. Spotted a seam for a moment, and then he's gang tackled near the 29-yard line. Fourth down from there. Under 4 minutes to go. Looking ahead, we mentioned Idaho. It's going to be a good matchup here. That's a good Vandals team.
Idaho has a really good football team on offense. They're electric, they're explosive, they're pretty salty on defense with their pass rush.
And they lead at San Jose State right now in the second quarter, 14-0.
I mean, you see why they're so dangerous and they're ranked so high. They, I tell you what, they just year in and year out, they find a way to fill that quarterback position in, Trey, and have a dangerous guy at the helm every year.
Morrison gets the kick away from the 20. This will be fielded by Torrey French, and he's knocked down at the 20-yard line.
Looked like it was Tanner Huff on the tackle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Outstanding special teams play by that individual. It's a team effort, but that was a great individual effort. Shooting your gun, watch right here, him knife in there, beat his man. It's a gunner. Good tackle in space. Something you like to see as a special teams coach.
The Houck Family Special Teams Award winner last year.
That might be just as important as a captain with this family.
Boy, that is a point of pride, isn't it, in this program?
It's a staple and a cornerstone of this program. Coach Houck takes his special teams extremely seriously.
They'll run it here with French. French trying to turn the corner, and he's run out of bounds after a first down carry at the 34-yard line. And that's Huff again involved defensively this time.
Coming out of center field there, he's the post safety, saving a touchdown tackle against French in the open field.
Elijah Brady in at the cornerback spot for Montana as they roll through some players deep on their depth chart here. This game comfortably in hand. They'll go to the air, incomplete. As that one was intended for Drawdy, the big target. Their backup quarterback, Brock Riddle, seeing some action here. Redshirt freshman from Greenwood, Indiana.
They talked about Brock Riddle earlier in the week. Freshman, young guy, got a little bit too much air on that one, but they like him and his ability, and think that down the stretch he might be able to contribute to this team.
Played 3 of 4 against the Hoosiers last week. Late stages of that one as they run the football for a short gain up to the 36. Clay Oven involved on the tackle there, as that was carried by Angelo St. Louis, a sophomore from Evansville, Indiana.
Well, Clay Oven is just one of those kids that you just watch get better each week as well, being a young guy. And that's what you expect from young players. If we're going to give you more reps, we expect you to perform at a higher level every opportunity that we give you and time that you show on the field. The 37 legacy number, Clay Oven, hard worker, respected by his teammates, but he's an explosive athlete. Good track athlete.
2-minute timeout. Montana about to move to 3-0. Two minutes to go. Montana cruising most of the way in this one. A dominant second quarter, and they have run away from Indiana State, leading 63-20. And the Grizz about to finish off the early portion of their season. Non-conference action 3-0 before they get into Big Sky play. Brock Riddle at quarterback for Indiana State. And for the starter, Keegan Patterson, we'll get it to Torrey French trying to run to the outside. And he's tripped up and dragged down, and that's Tanner Huff again with a great play at the 39-yard line. Well, I know you're into crunching numbers. You're a mathematician and you like breaking things down, and we've seen a lot of big numbers tonight from Montana.
Well, easy there on that number crunching, Trey. I don't want to outkick my coverage there on that one, but there has been a lot of big numbers, a lot of total offense by the Montana Grizzlies.
And there's still a chance at a school record. We showed you their effort against Weber State in 1999, and Michael Wortham standing back at his 20-yard line, awaiting the punt from Harry Traum. A couple touchdown runs from Osho, giving the Sycamores something to get excited about in the second half, but it has been all Montana today as Wortham calls for the fair catch at the 14-yard line.
Well, if you're a Montana coach, this is what you want to do. You want to come out, start fast, and play good down the stretch, especially with your 2, 3, and 4 deep. Wasn't a big drop-off in responsibilities. It was still a clean football game for the Montana Grizzlies. Playing a lot of different players, Trey.
And Kaylee Ayat getting better and better week to week. 22 of 27, 313 yards, couple touchdowns. Talon Reynolds will run the football off the left side, and he gets a couple yards up to the 16-yard line as we hit the 1-minute mark in this one. Bobby's going to get another victory. Big Sky winning as coach. Last week was a battle. They had to deliver in the fourth quarter. They showed how to win it at game point. This time, everything kind of came together on both sides of the ball.
Well, this is the first time this season we've seen the Montana offense and defense play complementary football. Defense getting off the field on third down, offense sustaining drives and scoring and getting the sticks moved on third down. Strong showing by the Montana Grizzlies as a whole today.
Because of the injury with the running clock under 2 minutes, there will be a 10-second subtraction. Please reset the game clock to 43 seconds, and it will start on my signal. Thank you.
And Montana putting the finishing touches on this. How about that combo right there, Gilman and Ayat?
Gilman is a dangerous player wherever he's at on the field, and Kaylee Ayat just being able to get the ball to his playmakers that they've had all along, but him graduating above the shoulders and being able to distribute the ball is just different than it's been in the past, Trey.
An impressive effort, top to bottom, for Bobby Houck in Montana. They improved to 3-0. Indiana State 2-2, and another victory against the Missouri Valley Football Conference for this Montana program. Back-to-back now after beating North Dakota last week.
Coach Houck in Montana is one of the few who's had the success that they've had in comparison to the Big Sky Conference against Missouri Valley Conference teams. And I think that just speaks to the type of program Montana is.
A lot of respect between these two coaches, and Bobby Hauck moving up the ladder. All-time wins, 141. He's the all-time winningest coach, and he just adds to his total here with the victory today. 63-20, and a chance to refocus. It's the next stage of the season, conference season coming up.
I mean, they call it the second season. They call it the second season for a reason. Conference football, this is where you start to climb the polls and start looking for that automatic bid for the playoffs if you're a Big Sky Conference team.
Here's Kyle Hansen with one of the Grizz offensive linemen.
Yeah, guys, here with center Cade Klimzak. Cade, 647 total yards on the offense, so we got to talk to offensive linemen, right?
Yeah, right.
Starts with you guys. Just when you hear that number and you see the scoreboard, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I think it's a testament of how we're coming together as a unit, you know, being on the same page, having the chemistry to, you know, communicate properly and go out and make the plays we need to make.
It's a game that a lot of young guys got in the game towards the end there. It was kind of probably fun for you guys to sit back. So what was that like watching those guys get out there?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, those guys are working really hard on scout team, so seeing them get a moment on the field in a game is really awesome.
In a game like this, too, putting up 63 points when you're watching your guys work, especially in that first half, just how satisfying is that knowing your guys' work is paying off so well?
It feels great, you know. It's nice when everything starts to click, and I feel like that's what we did today, so it's a really nice feeling.
Appreciate it, Kate. Thanks so much for your time, and congrats on the win. Thank you. Trey Jordan, back to you guys.
Thanks, Kyle. Good job. Montana got it done in the trenches. The star power was there, and Bobby Hauck's team improves to 3-0 with a convincing victory here over Indiana State, 63-20. Kealihi Ayat, his maturation process continues. Eli Gilman, maybe the best back in FCS football.
I don't know how he's not, Trey. I mean, he is so talented. But Kealihi Ayat, man, I tell you, his ability to process information today just looked at a completely different level than it has in the past.
Thanks to Jordan Tripp, Kyle Hansen, and our entire Scripps Sports crew. I'm Trey Bender. 63-20 Montana winner over Indiana State. More coverage coming up during the postgame show on the spot. NTN. Switch there for a wrap-up of the action here in Missoula, plus other Big Sky games, including the Bobcats and Bozeman. For our entire Scripps Sports crew, thanks for watching. Idaho, Montana next, but the Grizz are 3-0.